believe it? Can you believe it, LA? And we're finally here to help us get things started. We've got the head of Respawn, Vince Zampella, and the director of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Stig Asmussen. Everybody give it up for Vince and Stig, come on! Get in there, how you doing? Goodness, give me the hug, Vince, let's get it going.
Yeah!
Yeah! Please, keep it going, they're making a Star Wars game. Guys, welcome to EaPlay.
Thank you. What a great welcome.
How are you feeling right now? No pressure. You're just about to announce maybe one of the biggest, if not the biggest, games of your lives.
I'm going to let Stig answer this one.
You're supposed to answer this one.
Off script.
So awesome.
Oh, yeah, we're totally off script. They gave me cards. That was the dumb idea. Nobody cares.
It's so awesome to be here. I mean, it's EaPlay, it's E3, it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really get any bigger than that.
Yeah, this is something that Stig and I have been envisioning for years, to see it come to life and be able to show you guys 15 minutes of gameplay today. Uncut.
All right. So everybody's anxious to see what this 15 minutes is going to be.
Yeah.
For somebody watching right now who's just a FIFA fan, they don't know anything. What is happening? What is this game all about, Vince?
This is a single-player action-adventure game set post... Oh, yeah. Oh.
They're not dead, everybody!
Set post-Order 66 after the events in Episode 3, when all the Jedi were hunted down. Well, not all. When the Jedi were hunted down and eliminated.
So, Stig, that's the nutshell of the entire game. What are we about to see? Where are we at in the game right now for context?
Okay, so Cal's, this takes place maybe about 3 hours into the game.
Okay.
So Cal's built himself up. He's not a lowly Padawan anymore, but he's not a full Jedi yet.
Sure.
Like Vince said, this is unedited. We had one of our star players, Blair, over there.
Woo! That's it right there!
This is an expert playthrough.
Okay.
So we're going to see some really cool stuff.
He practiced a few times. 2 or 3, Blair? 2 or 3? Yeah.
2 or 3 dozen.
It takes place on Kashyyyk, which
Okay.
is the Wookiee planet.
Of course.
And Cal's on a mission to restart the Jedi Order, and it takes him here to Kashyyyk. And the Wookiees have been enslaved by the Empire, who's basically siphoning the planet for all its resources to build up the Imperial war machine.
Got it. All right, so I brought up my phone, not to be rude, of course. It wouldn't be Greg Miller if I didn't look at the Twitch chat. And yeah, they are all through with us talking. They'd like to see the game. We've gone on long enough. We're not going to drone.
Let's do it.
Vince,
Well, let's roll.
would you like to kick it off?
Let's go!
Jedi, over here.
Imperial sap refinery lies dead ahead.
What does the Empire want with tree sap?
Nothing good. They refine the sap into a powerful compound, and they're rushing to expand production.
We have to stop them.
That's the plan. We don't know their end game, but they spread themselves too thin. This map we recovered proves it.
Here you go, bud.
These refineries double as brutal prison camps. We use those cutters to create a distraction, while you take your lightsaber and free the Wookiees inside. We need their help to stop the Empire.
Understood.
Watch yourself in there.
You hear that? He said he needs my help. Come on, buddy.
Turned on. Are you running some kind of drill? We should call it in? Well, that'd be a breach of protocol. If there's a disturbance, their squad should call it in. Yeah, better do this by the book. Movement! Taking aim!
Gonna need to get through here. Thank you.
Attention all units. We've got contact while troops stationed at cargo pad 119 Gallows. Keep to your posts and stay alert.
Looks like you're blocked. I'll fix that. Never seen a trooper like that before. You gotta get these Wookiees out of lockup. Keep moving, Jedi. Vents open. Go.
Think you can help me, BD?
You sure you want to plug into this thing? Okay.
A shortcut. That's why you wanted to get this thing. You had no idea that was there, did you? You just wanted to turn that cutter on.
Shoot him! Not an easy target! Provide cover, give me time!
Patrol the base. Got another breach down here. Some kind of webbing. Hey, who's that? Heard from the captain. They're coming. Oh, this is it. At least we have the high ground. What was that? Cutter 7 is active. Reporting a live cutter near the cell block. Immediate aid requested. It's breaking through and destroying everything. Oh, go on. Don't be a big target. Jedi will be here any minute. And our reinforcements. In retreat. Good. Sir, the fewer distractions, the better. Jedi incoming! Ah!
Need to slice this. No guards. Hey, we're here to free you. You're not alone.
Visitation is not permitted.
Games play best on Xbox One.
What do we think? What do we think, EaPlay? Yes, that's what I wanted, the little boy. Guys, congratulations. That looks pretty awesome.
Thank you.
I have a million questions, and I know we're short on time as always. I want to point out, though, in the Twitch chat, Gwyn96 says, that's frickin' cool. But he didn't use frickin'. How does it feel to, I think, deliver, right? Like, you guys liked it, right? I think I was looking at the Twitch chat. There's a lot of people who liked it. Like, what does that feel like to finally show this game?
Oh, it's great. I mean, being involved with this team, you know, Stig and his team have done an amazing job. They've put so much of themselves into this game. To be able to be involved in something like this is just, you know, dream come true.
Yeah?
Agreed. Huge shout out to the team.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Everybody who busted their butts on the demo, but also the whole game. The whole game is coming together right now. So it's an amazing feeling. I'm just so proud to be up here, and I hope that Star Wars fans understand that we're really doing our best to try to honor the brand.
I mean, I think from, go ahead, clap now. I'm gonna stop you. Whenever you want to clap for him, you clap for him. I think that's pretty evident from it. And I liked when we introed, you guys were talking about the fact that this is a skilled person playing it, right? We all see it and we think it looks awesome. What are we missing by not having our hands on the controllers? Like, what do lightsabers feel like?
I mean, it's fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Like what?
Because it looks like it's got weight to it, and throwing it and catching it, right? Like that's the impact I think I want from it.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's really satisfying. I mean, the game itself, it's thoughtful combat, as Stig likes to call it. It's what you saw was a really good player.
Yeah.
Right. So you'll
right
have
over
to
there
work up
again.
to
He'll
that
give out
stuff.
autographs after this panel.
So you can block, parry, deflect. Like
Yeah.
we want the combat to feel really good for people to go in and be able to like be part of that and size up the enemies when things feel right. It feels really good.
Yeah, it's also about the enemy arrangements as well, like what enemies we're putting you up against, how you go in and use your tools
Yeah.
to take them down. But it's not just lightsabers; it's the Force as well.
Sure. Well, that's part of this. You were talking to me last night about it, right? This thoughtful combat. And the idea that when I watched the demo initially, my thought was, oh, these are canned animations, right? I'm doing a force grab and stabbing the guy, and that's all I hit R1 and that happened. That's not that way.
No, it's
right?
all freeform.
So, like, you can go back in and replay things and do it differently, or you and I would have different
Absolutely. And actually, the enemies react to each other in different ways. You saw the flame troopers fighting against the spiders. You could sit as bystander and just kind of watch that fight if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get any skill points if you do that. And it's not any fun either. It's fun to watch sometimes, but it's a lot more fun to play.
You talk about the skill points. Are those going into the force abilities?
Yeah, so we're going to have the classic abilities. We're going to have push, pull. We've got what we call force flip, which is essentially double jump, which is nice because that's something that makes sense in Star Wars, a Jedi actually doing a double jump. But we have one unique expression of the force that you saw in there, which is slow, which is a little bit of the glue between force, push, and pull.
Yeah. Well, that was awesome. I think I thought you couldn't top my favorite moment in the demo, right? Where you come around the corner, grab the stormtrooper, force pull the stormtrooper, stab him, but when you force pulled the stormtrooper and walked him into the bolt, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
That's one of my favorite. I think the first time I saw that, I freaked out a little.
No, you actually said it better be in the demo.
Yeah. Well, you did it. You delivered. Tell me about the enemies we are seeing there, right? Because that's one of those things I feel like we're talking a lot about, seeing things a lot about, is we're running through the environment. You had different things. You had your normal stormtroopers. You had non-normal stormtroopers.
Yeah, and this is just a small portion of the game, by the way. So there's a lot more that we haven't
You're
shown.
saying that isn't the entire game.
That is not.
That's wow.
No,
I'm surprised.
no.
But we got our classic stormtroopers. We've got the scout troopers who you saw equipped with kind of melee charged weapon. We've got the flame troopers, but we also have the purge troopers whose task is to basically hunt Jedi.
Yeah.
Soften them up before the Inquisitors come in.
And like we're seeing right here, right? Like this bad.
That's the
MF
purge
version.
trooper.
That's
Yeah.
the-
Yeah, exactly. Like so
New that the team created.
in.
Yeah.
There you go. Adding to the Star Wars lore. Why we're pointing at
great is
one
that?
guy? Did he create it? Just that one man did?
Yeah.
It was a team effort. You led the charge.
Jordan did the concept.
Good job, Jordan. Everybody, great cheers for Jordan. So we're going through, and you have these new stormtroopers. You have your fire troopers. You have one of my favorite droids of all time coming back,
The KX.
and then making me fight him.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Oh, you do.
No.
Trust me, you do.
I do.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Well, then talk about the other star of this 15-minute demo, right? The new droid, BD1.
There he is right there.
No, BD1. BD1's in the audience, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, BD1. He's adorable, as I'm sure you know. I immediately want him as a backpack, so just a heads up if you're talking to anybody in the licensing department.
All right. We can make
What
that
does he
happen.
do in the game, right? Excuse me, we're hosting a panel. You can keep it down over there. What are the traits? What are we using as? Is he just flair? Am I using him for different things?
Like story-wise, he's Cal's companion. He's an explorer droid, which is perfect because Cal's on this mission for survival that's taken him to all these savage planets. BD sounds for Buddy Droid 1, which is...
That's Respawn. That's Respawn. I don't think I didn't notice the wall running either. I'm like, well, yeah, Respawn made this game. Yeah, okay.
Definitely inspired by BT, but the name ended up sticking.
Yeah.
So one of the cool factoids is his voice is authored by the legendary Ben Burt.
Oh, nice.
Who did all the main sound designer in the original trilogy and beyond. But he can hack doors, computers, as we saw in there.
So just scan some stuff there.
Yep.
Opening
Scan the
doors.
environment for like environmental storytelling, learn more lore about the planet.
I saw him shooting out health packs. Is that a canned animation after a fight? Is it a button I'm hitting?
It's player input.
Okay.
Whenever
like
they
a
want.
cooldown on it?
Whenever they want, BD will eject a stim pack.
Okay.
There's a limited amount that you can find more over the course of the game, and you're actually in that moment you're defenseless, so you got to choose wisely when you're going to do it.
Okay. We've seen the gameplay. Without spoiling stuff for me, what's going on in the story? Like, obviously, Cal, I thought he was going to be way weaker as a Jedi. You know, just tell me the whole story. What, A to B, Stig, how's it go? What's the ending?
Well,
Actually, you know what? Stop. Full stop. I can't believe I've gone this long in the panel without asking. Is Watto in this game?
Sorry, I can't say.
But that's not a no! Hashtag Watto 2019. I'll be retweeting them all after this panel. Thank you very much. But what's going on in the story outside of Watto should be in it?
Well, story's a really big deal to us. We've created this with Lucasfilm. We got to keep a really tight lip on it. So I don't really want to go into it too far.
Go home.
Sorry.
I mean, yeah, the story.
Gotta save it.
Okay. I know one of the things a lot of people had been asking, right? I'd put up stuff on Instagram saying, hey, give me questions. Community wanted to know, this is Star Wars canon, right? You
Totally canon.
Okay.
Totally legit.
Okay.
This is Cal's a real character.
Yeah.
You saw Guerrera in there. He's obviously part of the Star Wars universe. Seer, Cal's mentor.
Yeah.
They're all going to live in other places.
Okay, that's great. Vince, how's that feel? No pressure.
It feels great.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, we have.
You act like it's so nonchalant. You're making a Star Wars game. It's canon.
Yeah, it's not nonchalant at all. It's amazing. Like I said, I'm just like shocked to be up here. I'm like.
I know, it's a big deal to work with me, but it's okay. He'll be all right.
We've been talking about this for like 10 years.
Yeah.
So.
The other big community question I've seen a lot is, it's a Star Wars game, and Star Wars games in the past have allowed us to go light or dark. Is that a choice here?
No.
Okay, well. Why not?
Because. No, I think it goes back to the fact that Cal's authentic, and he has to fill a certain role so he can be used in other places.
Yeah, this is a Jedi story.
Well, that's the thing I appreciate the most, is that you guys are coming in and telling a story, right? Like, I think that's why so many of us are excited for it, is the idea that this is a Star Wars story, that you guys have something to tell, something to say, and a lot of walls to run on. Vince and Stig, anything you want to say to the fans before we let you go?
I mean, just thanks for the support. The energy here is great.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Fantastic.
Greg's showing us
Thanks for
some
coming
stuff
out.
online. Like, everyone's reaction is fantastic.
Amazing, amazing moment.
The team, badass. Thank you guys.
Go team.
All your hard work. Now we just have to finish. Can't wait to bring it to you guys. There's so much more that you haven't seen yet. I can't wait to show you.
Believe it or not, there's so much more. There is more at the Microsoft conference tomorrow.
That's right.
Vince, Stig, thank you so much for coming out. November 15th can't come soon enough. For those of you here at EA Play, the Respawn team has brought even more gameplay for you to check out over in the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order Theater. And for those of you at home...
Extended.
I was about to do a bit. For those of you at home, you will stay tuned for Apex Legends.
Yeah!
What you're looking for. Thank you for the yeah. I was like, that's the corniest joke I put in this thing. No one's gonna laugh. Hey, everybody, I'm Greg Miller. Thanks everybody for watching. We got more EA Play for you now.
How hyped are we for Star Wars? Let's hear it! So hyped. Hype mode engaged, although that's actually a lie. It was engaged about 3 days ago. Anyway, so big thanks to Vince and Stig for sharing that exciting deep dive into Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. We're all a little bit too excited here, I'm not going to lie. I'm Julia Hardy, and a little later on, Adam Freeman and I will be bringing you news on Battlefield 5. Yeah? Right now, though, EA Play is in full swing with gamers getting their hands on all kinds of exclusives. There's a lot to look forward to, starting with our next show, Apex Legends. So Alex Goldenboy Mendez is bringing you the hottest news on Apex Legends Season 2. We've got info on a new weapon, new battle pass, new mode, and a reveal of the 10th legend. Stay tuned, because Apex Legends is moments away.
Everything dies.
Looking for me? Surprise.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to EA Play 2019, and I'm so excited to talk about Apex Legends here at EA Play. I'm professional esports commentator Alex Goldenboy Mendez. Now, everyone at Respawn has been working diligently on making Apex Legends the best Battle Royale game out there. We've got some big updates. That's right. I like that. Like that, baby. Bring that energy. We got some exciting details to share on Apex Legends Season 2, including a brand new weapon, a new mode, an improvise, you hear me? I'm improvising. An improved battle pass, a reveal of the 10th legend coming to the arena, and so much more. So let's jump out of this drop ship, dive right into the hot zone. Take it away, Jay.
Thanks, Golden Boy. I'm Respawn's community manager, Jay Frechette, and as you can see, we've brought Kings Canyon to life right here at EA Play. We've even got all 9 current legends here to help me bring you some of the Season 2 updates that you've been clamoring for. We're going to introduce you to our newest legend after the show, but for those of you at home, don't miss your chance to jump into our Legendary Hunt event. Check it out.
The hunt is upon us. Prepare yourself.
The Legendary Hunt has begun. Legends can compete to enter an all-new Apex Elite queue, complete challenges for exclusive cosmetics.
I could do this all day.
Earn XP and Battle Pass boosts, and find all-new exclusive skins in the in-game store.
Only the strong will win and slaughter.
For a limited time, legends who place in the top 5 of any match will earn the right to join the Apex Elite queue.
I need some help over here.
Solid copy. There, they will have the opportunity to test their skills. Need some ammo against the most talented legends in the game.
One more. A legend's true test is from within.
Additionally, legends can complete legendary hunt challenges to earn rewards, like the epic Master of the Hunt Bloodhound, the Wolfpack G7,
not all day. I won this one.
And hunt down 2 wins to score the exclusive legendary Tamed Beast triple take.
Trust in the gods and you shall be rewarded.
Opening fire. Got him.
During the event, all Battle Pass owners will receive the free legendary Honored Prey R301. Hit level 15 on your Battle Pass, and you'll also earn the legendary Night Terror Wraith.
You know what I look like. Come find me.
Every day, legends can also earn an entire Battle Pass level for your first top 5 finish of the day.
Thank you for the fun fight.
And we're doubling down with our first ever Double XP weekend.
One moment.
From June 7th to June 9th, earn double XP on both your base and Battle Pass progression.
Our destiny has led us to this moment.
Throughout the event, be sure to keep an eye on the rotating store for new exclusive Legendary Hunt cosmetics.
The sky has opened and gifted the day.
Squad up and drop in, as the Legendary Hunt won't last forever. Good luck, legends.
Let the hunt begin.
That's right, until June 18th, you can jump into the Legendary Hunt, our limited time event that features the debut of our Elite Queue, exclusive challenges you can unlock, and some killer skins and more. Also, this weekend is Double XP weekend, so there's lots of great reasons to jump in. The community really brought it since this event launched, and it's awesome to see the best duke it out. Back to you, Golden Boy.
Thank you so much, Jay. Thank you, Jay, for that. Appreciate it. All right. That was Season 1. Who's ready to talk about Season 2? I like that. So, you know, listen, I play this game every day. It's one of my favorites, and I did this like right before the show started. That's how much I play this game. And, you know, I'm going to jump back in when we finish up. But first, I do want to talk about Season 2. We've got the first details here. And joining me, we got Drew McCoy in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Drew, we've been so patient for that beautiful, beautiful content.
Yes.
What do you have for us today?
Well, it's coming.
Okay.
First and foremost.
Content is coming.
It's
Confirmed.
coming.
You've heard it here first.
So, Season 2, it's coming July 2nd, and it's called Battle Charge.
All right. So, Battle Charge will be coming out. What can we expect, though, when this new season drops?
Yeah, so as we announced when we launched the game, we're taking a seasonal approach. So, we're trying to cram as much into the launch of Season 2 as possible with some other stuff along the way. But what you can expect from the launch is a new legend, a new weapon, a new way to play the game.
Okay.
Perhaps a map event. And a lot of this has been done through a lot of the feedback from community. We're also changing up some of the meta balance of weapons to try and buff up some of the weaker weapons and bring a lot of cool stuff in the game.
Okay. All right. It's a lot. It's a lot. We're going to talk about a good portion of it here, but let's talk about that sweet new content because Season 2 is bringing a new weapon to the fight, and today we're excited to show it to you. So let's just go ahead, roll the clip.
Show it.
Care package touching down. They usually carry rare platforms.
Elstar here. I am taking fire, friends. I bathe in the blood. Your ignorance meets your end. Need help.
Good job, me.
A new season. Strong work. Hostile over there.
Frag out. Wicked. Making contact with enemy. Accept it, I'm here. You're not.
There you have it, the L-Star, man. I remember getting slapped by this gun in Titanfall 2. So pretty excited to see this one make it into the fold in the arena. Seems really powerful. So tell me more about its place in the entire weapon loadout for Apex Legends.
Yeah, so the L-Star's new. It's coming. Launch of Season 2. It's actually a care package weapon because it's so OP.
Okay.
It's just amazing. But
Glad you said that out front.
Yeah, well, you know, it's like the master for the Kraber. It's incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
And being a care package weapon, it doesn't use any of the existing ammo on the ground, so whatever you get with it is what you got.
I also noticed, too, it shattered through doors.
Yeah, it can open doors.
So, like, melees, grenades, and now
the L-Star.
Wow. Okay, so that is pretty sizable. Now, what other changes are going to be coming to weapons? Because and this may seem very nerdy, but I'm a huge fan of hop-ups. I'm all about Prowler with my switch fire. That's my jam.
Yeah.
What are you bringing me?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, there's going to be some meta changes to the weapons. We're trying to bring up some of the weaker weapons. And then, yeah, there are 2 new hop-ups coming. Not really going to say what they are yet. You guys got to wait for Season 2. But there is a chance that maybe a memeable weapon named after an African country is usable.
Is usable?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps.
All right, perhaps. I mean, that is yet to be seen. We'll have to see if that's going to be a reality. All right, cool. So we're starting out hot with that L-Star light machine gun. We also have the Battle Pass. And, you know, when you guys first spoke about the Battle Pass, you said that it was a learning experience. What's different this time around for Season 2?
Yeah, so we've been listening to community a lot. Season 1 didn't quite launch as well as we were hoping. The content was fairly underwhelming for players, so we've been taking that in. We've been getting all sorts of data from people buying skins to what they equip on their characters or weapons. And so we've taken this learning and put it in a Season 2 Battle Pass. So first off the bat, it's challenge-based now instead of essentially time-based. So you'll get daily and weekly challenges, and they stack if you don't play for a while. So you can come back after a month and try and knock them all out on a weekend and level up really quick. Ultimately, this does mean leveling to level 100 is a lot quicker than in Season 1. We're also getting rid of all the badges and stat trackers, taking up space throughout the leveling process. And we are inserting 3 entirely new content types into the Battle Pass, which we will talk about later. And there's a lot more skins in it. And there's going to be enough crafting metals by the time you hit level 100 to craft your very own legendary of your choosing.
All right. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of value for that Battle Pass.
Yeah, that sounds very exciting. All right, and now, you know, we're talking about Apex. It's got some pretty sick skins. What skins do you have for me today?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, I think our skin game is being upped pretty significantly. You can see that with the Wraith skin specifically from the Legendary Hunt event. But we got 4 legendary skins in the Battle Pass. So we have 2 character and 2 weapon. So for Caustic, he's got the Prince of Darkness skin. And for Octane, we're doing the Jade Tiger. I think you can see there's Prince of Darkness right there. And then there is a skin for the Spitfire called the Intimidator. And the R301 is getting 2 skins, actually. So the Iron Rampage at level 100.
Okay.
And then there's a golden version as well.
Oh, man. Do you see that, by the way? Do you see?
Yeah, it's sick. It's sick.
That looks insane. That looks insane. All right. Now, another question that the community is having, they're just dying to have answered. New ways to play. Elite Q was awesome.
Yep.
I think it's like one of the coolest additions for Apex Legends. What else?
Yeah, so when we designed Apex Legends, we really wanted it to have kind of a competitive core to it. This is a game that's meant to be played over hundreds of hours and mastered, really deep learning experience. And so the Elite Q is our first step towards getting to a higher competitive stage.
Okay.
And so Season 2, I'm really, really, really stoked to announce we have a ranked mode coming.
Ranked mode?
Yeah.
All right.
So rank mode, you'll progress through 6 tiers if you're good enough. You will cap out if you are garbage tier like myself.
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll be in Wood Division together.
Yeah, you and me, buddy.
Yeah, that's
Wood.
what's up.
Wood 3, I think.
Wood 3? Wood
Yeah,
3
we'll get
division?
there. Yeah, so it goes from bronze all the way up to Apex Predator, and it's using special matchmaking for each of the tiers. So the higher you get, you'll probably have some longer matchmaking times, but it's because we're trying to find the best possible match for you. And then throughout the season, you'll be hopefully gaining tiers, and then at the end of the season, you'll get rewards based on where you ended.
Wow.
To show off for the next season.
Ranked mode coming to Apex Legends.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
That's sick. All right. All right. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be all up in that. It's going to be sick. I can't wait. I am legitimately concerned, as I had mentioned, either be the first Wood Division player, which isn't even in it, or Plastic Division.
Plastic's good.
Yeah. That's going to hurt. But, dude, thank you so much for sharing all these details, man.
Hey, man.
Guys, Drew, ladies and gentlemen, from the Respawn team. All right, now, here's the thing. I'm a Lifeline main. It's just facts.
Same.
You are too?
Yep.
Respect that. Any Lifeline mains in the house? Lifeline mains? All right, but that might change when the new season drops. That's right, because Jay, give the people what they want. We want to know who is the 10th legend joining the arena. What do you have?
It's my pleasure, Golden Boy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the moment has arrived. The 10th legend joining the Apex Legends arena is Watson. To help us get to know our latest legend a little bit better, our team put together this touching illustrated short. Let's check it out.
My dearest Natalie, as I write this letter, it's the middle of the night in late summer. An hour ago, you cracked the equations necessary to power the force field. You showed me up tonight, my magnificent daughter, and I couldn't be happier or prouder of that. I always knew you were special, but never did I fathom that a little girl who taught her staffed Nazi multiplication tables would grow up to master quantum laser mechanics. I have assured the Syndicate that the modified containment force field will be operational in a month's time, and it's all thanks to you. I may be just a doddering old fool trying to hold on to mon bébé a little while longer before he loses her to adulthood. But I do see you. I see the strong, brilliant, wonderful young woman you've become. And I know when the day comes that I'm no longer with you, you are going to be just fine. The games will be brilliant because you are brilliant. My daughter can and will do anything she wants in this life because she is the smartest woman in the frontier. Je t'aime de tout mon cœur, pour toujours, Papa.
I did it, Papa. I hope wherever you are, you're cheering for me.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, Watson joining the arena, and joining me now, we have the 3 gentlemen who brought her to life. Griffin, Will, and Tom, thank you so much for joining us here. Wow. So I mean, Bible thumps in the chat, man, because that was the feels right there. Hit me right in the feels. But Griffin, we'll start with you, bud. You're one of the legend designers, and I'm curious on the approach that you guys took toward making Watson a character that has impact in the arena.
So Watson really started as a conversation between a friend of mine and I, who he's an engineer, and he has this really methodical, interesting way of taking really complex problems and systematically solving them. And so I kind of thought, what would it be like if we took the sort of the defensive complexity of Apex and introduced a character that could really create an ecosystem in which you can survive the really aggressive third-party meta, all of that stuff. So the idea behind Watson really is that if you plan and you sort of adapt to the environment, you really know the map, and you work closely with your team, that you can really create these strong defenses that that people are going to really have to think about in terms of how they push on you and that sort of thing. So the current meta of I hear gunfire and I hit it as hard as I can, with Bangalore, Wraith, Octane, all of those, we're trying to sort of bump that meta a little bit and make it so that this more stanced RTS kind of play style has breathing room.
Yeah, you're trying to provide like options for the players.
Yes,
right? Because if you want to be able to play that hyper aggressive approach, whether you're running like a composition that contains like a typical one, which would be like a Pathfinder, Wraith, and a Lifeline for that support, you can play into a composition like this, and they kind of counter one another. So that's going to be really fun. And we're going to dive into the abilities and everything that she does, because let me tell you, it's insane. Now, as far as the look and feel, my favorite part about Apex Legends is that the characters, the legends themselves, they stand out. When you're looking from far away, you see the silhouette, and you know exactly who it is that you're about to engage with. What were some of the complexities in bringing a character like Wattson to life?
Yeah, so it's a collaborative effort. You know, shout out Heath and Sam, animation department. Everybody kind of works together. We were given a specific set of skills that she would be using, abilities from Griffin, and that's kind of all we had to go off of. So we had to. Heath did a great job of like bringing it all together, giving her a sort of a grounded aesthetic. She had to look like she was using electricity and stuff like that. So rubber gloves and the coils and the wires and pushing her silhouette at the same time, making her stand out. You have to be able to read who she is from different distances. From there, all right. From there, you can really go in and sculpt all the details out and work with the animators to really bring her to life, give her personality in everything that she does with her abilities and that too. So.
Yeah, and there's some really cool stuff there as well. Every part that Wattson, she takes out an item in her kit, it's actually like on her person.
Oh yeah.
You see it happen.
Yeah, and those are all very meticulously designed by the concept artist and then modeled out in 3D. So yeah, it's all functional.
That's great.
In the world, yeah.
So now you get to the gameplay, the look, but the story, you know, because you got to hit us in the feels, right? Like super hard, and you just did that. Wattson's backstory, who she is. Let's dive deeper into that.
Watson's kind of different from the way we usually do things, because usually it's very collaborative and we're creating the character at the same time, all the different departments, and we're working together. Wattson was different. She was already designed and drawn when I got her. And one of the great things about working at Respawn is they encourage us to create characters that are non-traditional and that are characters you haven't seen in video games before, and to kind of branch out and see what else, you know, what other kinds of people can we represent out there. And so Wattson is a very different character than I've ever seen in a video game, at least. And everything is based off of what these guys created. I mean, it's all, every single part of her backstory is connected somehow to either her abilities or her look.
And now, it was something that kind of stuck out to me. So am I correct in assuming that Wattson played a big role in the arena itself?
Yes, so Wattson and her father actually invented the ring.
Okay.
And so she grew up in the arena, literally in the arena when they were building it. And we're going to start to, you're going to see with Wattson and moving forward, we're going to start to build the lore of this world a little bit. You're going to find out who created the games. They mentioned the Syndicate in there, so we'll talk about the Syndicate down the road. You're starting to build more and more of a universe.
Yeah.
Which is great.
So she's in the arena, so all the legends must know her.
Oh, yeah. She was their kid sister, basically. She was always hanging around the arena, and she got to know all the legends and got to watch all of them. She's not a mercenary. She's not a soldier. You know, her role is of support. And so everybody loves Wattson. She's the one person that could probably unite all the legends together.
Including Caustic.
Caustic respects her. She's a scientist.
Okay.
She's an engineer.
Okay, so like was a strong word for Caustic.
Yeah, I don't know if Caustic likes anybody.
Okay,
he likes
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Well, yeah, that's super cool. I mean, blown away by this character so far. Now, I mentioned before we're going to talk about the abilities, because when you revealed these to me, I was floored, jaw-dropping. And a lot of people online were kind of like guessing as to like what it would be, and I'm very happy to see that a lot of them, some had the right idea, but for the most part, what she's capable of doing is ridiculous. So let's just talk about the active. First thing, defenses.
Yes. So the Wattson has more interrelated abilities than probably any other current character we have. You really need to understand how they all interact. The fences, you can place 12 nodes, and you can use these in any permutation you want. Part of why we sort of went with her being such a brilliant electrical engineer is because we really wanted to reinforce both mechanically and thematically how creative the player can be with these. Basically, we're just giving you free reign to place these however you want and figure out.
And the players, like I just saw right there, I don't know if that was intentional. So when your teammates go through, it shuts down.
It shuts off. So
if I'm downed and they run through the gate, does the gate deactivate?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's a lot of different interactions, a lot of different ways that you can interact with the gates with other characters. The ultimate is, we call it an interception pylon. It shoots down bombardments, incoming grenades, stops arc star spam, and it charges your team's shield. And it also, if Watson's cooldown is slower when she's away from the pylon, but when you're near the pylon, it supercharges your tactical, so you get fences faster. So if you drop it down, it's a permanent structure until it's destroyed, and that allows you to build these large fortresses very rapidly. And you can use that for defending, for flank control on offensive squads, for going up on a tower and fencing it off with Pathfinder. And then the passive is that ultimate accelerants give you your ultimate 100% ultimate charge. And so if you save up ultimate accelerants over the course of the match, that allows you to place more pylons, and it means that you don't have to play conservatively as Watson as long as you save up ultimate charges. You can keep moving with a highly mobile squad. You can play offense, defense, support, however you feel like the fences and the pylon are most effective to whatever comp you're playing.
So what you're telling me here is that Lifeline mains do not need to continuously hold ultimate accelerants anymore.
We felt like we needed to
rejoice. That's right. We did it, people. Finally, because everyone's like really mean to me if I don't like use the ult accelerant. It's not fair. Oh wow. So that is ridiculous.
There's also when they cross the fences, you get pinged as well.
Oh yeah. So if any enemies cross through the fences, it pings your entire squad. So there's a situational awareness element to them as well.
Wow.
So if you know, so this is why like she grew up in the arena. If you know where all the choke points, the entrances, the exits are, you can set up fences there, and you'll know exactly when an enemy crosses.
I'm even thinking about like compositions and how like it could work out. You know, maybe for any Gibraltar mains out there, maybe find a little. No one cheered for that. Feels bad, man. Maybe there's like a little synergy there that can be created. There's a lot that can be done with these fences and being able to block off certain chokes.
Yeah, I think it's really the big sort of the ceiling is how creative people can get with it, and I'm really excited to see what people do with it.
And from an art perspective here, you know, they're very distinct. They stand out. What were some of the challenges in making sure that these fences really, like when a player saw them, they knew exactly what it was, not to kind of catch them off guard, so to speak, to make it really, really stand out in the arena?
Yeah, again, silhouette's everything. You got to make it stand out, and it has to look like it lives in the world, that it's something that she can use, and that lives on her body as well. She's able to pull it out, and she's able to bring it out and, you know, create a fortress, basically, and it has to read. So we had concept artists working on every little detail, and the modelers as well, and we had to test it out. We tested it out, we play it in-game, or in-house, and make sure it reads well.
And these guys do a tremendous job of it, too. I'm like, I need like a post with electricity that goes between the two, and they create really cool stuff with just that kind of vague, hand-wavy designer description.
Everything about it has clearly been thought out. This legend is going to be incredible. I can't wait to play Watson. You guys excited? Watson? That is nutty. All right, well, again, very much looking forward. Now, today, we've covered a bunch here. We've seen a new weapon. We've gotten a new mode, the latest legend, and the new Battle Pass for Season 2. So, let's recap all the amazing Apex Legends action that we've seen here today.
Surprise.
Care package touching down.
Like a deer in the headlights.
Your time is ended.
I'm not going to let you off that easy, Drew. What was that?
What was what?
What was that? You saw the giant thing on the screen in the eyeball. What was that?
All right.
Can't tell me?
Well, let's just say that. Well, no. But let's just say this. We got perhaps a couple of big things coming into Kings Canyon at the start of Season 2.
Okay.
So keep your eyes peeled over the next month. See what you can find out.
So if I were to like ask you, you know, after we're done with this, are you like gonna give me the cold shoulder? Or are you actually gonna tell me?
There's no way I can tell you. Sorry.
Yo, man, I'm just holding L's all
Not a
day out
chance.
here, man. This is not fair. Well, Drew, thank you so much, man. Guys, Apex Legends Season 2. Let's go. July 2nd could not get here soon enough. Now, if you're in Los Angeles, come check out Apex Legends at EA Play for your first chance to get hands-on with Watson, as well as all the other great Apex Legends things happening here. And for those of you at home, Double XP Weekend is going on right now, so jump into the Legendary Hunt event and start earning those amazing exclusive skins. I'm Golden Boy. It's been a blast talking Apex Legends with you all here today, and I'll see you in the arena. Peace.
That's right, you just saw a ton of new info on Apex Legends Season 2, including a new battle pass, first details on ranked mode, and the official reveal of the newest legend, Watson. I'm Greg Miller here at EA Play, where gamers are getting a chance to test drive the newest legend right now. Stick around, because up next we've got Julia Hardy and Adam Freeman giving us the dirty details on Battlefield 5, including looks at a ton of new maps, exciting updates, and details on a new theater of war. All that's moments away, so keep it locked.
To the Battlefield 5 show live from EA Play in Hollywood. Let's hear it. I'm Julia Hardy, and today we've got a ton of new info on some of the great updates coming to Battlefield 5 in 2019. But don't just take my word for it. My co-host, he reads all of your tweets, and I do actually mean all of them. It's a little bit creepy and weird. Battlefield Community Manager Adam Freeman. What have you got for us, Freeman?
Oh, thanks, Julia. Now, I may be a member of the Battlefield team, but as you know, I'm a fan. I know you guys are a fan too, and you're going to love what we've got to you today. So, over the next half hour, we're going to be bringing you content that's coming to you over the next few minutes. We've heard what you want, so today you're getting your first look at a ton of new multiplayer maps. Features we know you've been screaming out for, and the arrival of a new theatre of war that's coming to Battlefield 5 this fall. So, when Chapter 4 Define the Odds drops, it's bringing so much cool stuff. So let's get to it. Over to you, Julia.
Thanks, Adam. That's right. Let's wait no longer and tear the plastic off our first new map, Marita. Let's check it out.
The Battle of Greece continues. On the Marita map, Allied forces are making a last stand to halt the Axis army sweeping through the region. You'll deploy on a sloping mountain ridge and within the tight streets of a rural town. The Allies control the town, but Axis troops are already on its fringes. The road down into the village is crucial, and you must fight to hold here or risk losing control of the region. You'll always have tactical choices nearby, with a close proximity to other key locations, so keep an eye out for them. Marita is an infantry-focused map, where all 4 soldier classes will be able to shine. Tanks and aircraft will stand aside for intense infantry gunfights and sneaky flanks in the cobbled streets. Hills and multi-story homes means unique vertical gameplay. Stay alert in this steep environment as the Battle of Greece rages on.
To help give us even more details on Marita, please welcome Ryan MacArthur from DICE. Yeah. So thanks for coming out, Ryan. So obviously, Marita looks amazing. What was the map's inspiration?
Well, I think the team in LA that put this together, and they built the Mercury map that everyone saw earlier this month. And so they really wanted to continue that story of the Battle of Greece, which is a bit of an unknown story, new to me as well, as you learn about this stuff. So it's really cool. It's sort of set on the Albanian-Greece border, sort of in the mountains there where the Axis power sort of started to push into Greece during the war. And it's sort of set above the clouds in this nice little quiet, well, I guess what used to be quiet village. Before,
Not anymore.
Before these guys all show up. And it's quite a different experience than Mercury. And it's sort of a totally different style of gameplay that you would have seen in the game before.
So what kind of gameplay are we talking about? What's happening?
Well, so this is going to be a heavily infantry-focused map. So as Mr. Battlefield likes to put it, this is total creative chaos. So you're just going to see some absolute...
I love that. Creative chaos. Yeah.
So what we get there is just head-on collisions in the middle of this map. And it's sort of what we've tried to do with all the new maps that we've created, spending a lot of time to figure out how do we make each one of them different. So when players go in and play one of these new maps, it sort of has a different feel than the ones they've played before to sort of create that different experience for them. So this one has... I guess for lack of a better way to put it, is sort of a banana shape to it. And that banana shape...
Do you like that fruit?
Well, I think fruit's important when you're doing game design, I think, obviously. And so the shape gives you sort of a variety of different play styles and sort of creates this sort of narrow channels for people to just run head-on into each other, which really creates that chaos that is Battlefield. But
That's what we want, though. That's what we want, that kind of chaos. But most importantly, we need to know, like, we could talk all days, but when can we get our hands on it? That's what we want to know, right?
Yeah, and I think the great thing for this is coming in July as part of Chapter 4, so stay tuned. And I think some people are going to get to play it while they're here today.
Ooh, lucky you. All right, Freeman, who's we've stuck up there for no other reason than, well, my own entertainment, has more on Chapter 4 for you. Over to you, Freeman.
I'm up here PTFOing. I don't know what you're giving out to me, Julia. Listen, we have more maps. So let's deliver a brand new one to you. This is Al Sundan. It's coming in Chapter 4.
The fight moves to the North African desert in a vast new map for Battlefield 5, Al Sundan. Prepare to engage alongside a lush desert coast and contrasting harsh environments. Axis forces have militarized the area with camps, a radar tower, and an airbase. You must fight over possession of these critical points. In Al Sundan, we've taken the vista used in a single-player war story Under No Flag and doubled down on air and land vehicle combat. With this, the location has been optimized for all-out multiplayer action. On this open map, it's up to you to shape the fight. With large distances, vehicle-based team play, and battles across ranges, you'll always have plenty of choices. Make good use of this sandbox to secure the win. Utilize vehicles, mounted guns, planes, and transports. Capture the strategic airfield to dominate the sky, or engage in fast-paced infantry battles in tight interior areas. Al Sundan is classic Battlefield. We can't wait to let you play it.
Yeah. That's amazing. So obviously Al Sundan was adapted from Under No Flag. So tell us a little bit about what that process was like.
Yeah, so usually, you know, when the guys, when the team sort of focus on building these war stories, they want to create these nice narrative, linear experiences and sort of that really tell the story of World War II. But with Under No Flag, they sort of took a little bit of a different approach to this and sort of made this big, wide-open experience. And that showed a lot of potential from a multiplayer perspective as well. So when we finished the game originally, the team wanted to sort of sit down and sort of a small group of them and take a shot at turning this into what could be an amazing Battlefield map. It's huge. This is a really big map. This is your sort of classic Battlefield sandbox map. This is where you're going to see, you know, tanks and planes and infantry and all of that together in sort of what is truly Battlefield. It's sort of built for that open world gameplay with, you know, depending on no matter how you want to play, there's something there for you.
Yeah, oh, definitely. And so how do I kind of, you know, adjust my strategy? Because obviously it's such a wide map. Like, what am I doing?
Well, I think if you look at it, there's room for all different play styles. So there's 6 flags on this when you're playing Conquest, and you can see here, even if you can see from the videos here, you've got, you know, when you go into the village, it's all about infantry play and speed and flanking through the things, and the bridge in the middle, it's all about, you know, sort of controlling that with infantry gameplay. And I think Mr. Battlefield the other day decided to just sit there with his tank and destroy me. But
it's just something that he likes to do.
He's kind of mean, but he's not mean. He's super nice. But
no, but most importantly, I mean, again, we could go on and on and on. We're tight for time because there's so much to get through. We've got so many announcements. When can we get our hands on Al Sundan?
But so this is the first map that we're going to come in with Chapter 4. So June 27th, this is going to be available day 1, Chapter 4 for everybody.
Nice, nice. Now, we've got a couple more surprises to come, but before we get into all that, let's take a look at what's coming in August towards the end of Chapter 4.
Get up close and personal. With Chapter 4 defying the odds, new and intense close-quarter maps are coming to Battlefield 5. By popular demand, we're bringing more maps to players craving tighter types of multiplayer. Specially tailored for intimate infantry combat, the new Battlefields will challenge your squad in unique ways. Teamwork, skill, and adaptation are your keys to victory. Fight through an explosives production facility in Lofoten Islands and unseat the Axis occupation in Provence. Prepare to assemble your team and rise above your enemies. And prepare to learn more about these new battlefields later in the year.
Now, to help us break down these new maps, Ryan and I are joined by Mr. Battlefield himself, Lars Gustafsson. I don't know if you made that up yourself. But oh, and because he asked nicely, we also let Freeman come down from his weird place up there.
You're worse than my Firestorm teammates. You just leave me behind everywhere.
But we can all understand why that happens.
True.
Do you want to take over this one for the start?
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah, go for it.
Lars, these are very different then to the 2 maps we've already shown so far today. Tell us about them.
They are. I mean, taking a step back, we've been closely monitoring how players engage in tides of war, and no surprise, I mean, they love the bigger modes like Conquest. It's always been kind of a Battlefield pillar. But it's been super fun to watch how they engage with passion and dedication in the smaller modes, like Squad Conquest, for example, which really become a success. And with that in mind, then, we've, together with the DICE LA studio, they've been going at it, tailoring maps that are specially made for smaller modes. And there's such being able to give that, the close quarter feeling, the tight, what you say, the intimate combat.
Intimate infantry combat.
Oh, yeah, we need that on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Intimate infantry.
We're making that platoon when we get back.
I mean, what kind of the sort of like key strategies then when you're playing close quarters on this map?
As we see with these smaller game modes, I mean, the key to this is just really good team play, really good squad play. And so, sticking together and not leaving anybody behind like Mr. Freeman over here. Unless he's
But I mean,
not
what if you
being-
want to leave him behind, can you?
Then it's acceptable. I think.
Because I would.
It's two beautiful maps.
It'd just be a spinning number plate.
It would be, yeah.
As you saw, Lofoten, it's serenity, beautiful Nordic countryside, but then kind of ripped open with gunfire and everything amongst villas and factory equipment. And then Provence, I plan to take my wife there, pastilles on the square.
Stop destroying places you want to take your family. It's weird.
I'll take Ryan.
Yeah, take him instead and then go to town.
But it's beautiful cobblestones, lots of good flanking routes, and it's the smaller maps really allows you to master every inch of it. So it's really about, knowing your battlefield.
I mean, again, we could go on and on to talk about all of these maps, but we've got one more map to show off, and I want to make sure we have time to get through it. But first, Lars, you've brought with him some news about some kind of core gameplay updates we know that you've all been waiting for. So you're excited about this one.
Lars, you know how much time I'm spending online.
I mean,
I am working.
Just Battlefield, or let's not delve.
Big community features we've announced this month. Increase the max rank. Private games. Let's talk max rank. What can you tell us?
Let's talk max rank. We do know, and it's been loudly made to us, our kind of awareness, that there are players out there too skilled who maxed out on rank 50 too quickly. So we've taken that to heart, and we've now taken the max rank from 50 to 500. So it's quite a leap.
All right.
Yeah.
And it's
Battlefield 500 now.
so truly a journey for our players to go on, moving forward.
And it's a grind train, but what are people getting if they're on it?
Yeah, what are we getting?
We're all in it. We want the goodies. So to start with, already from rank 51, you will be granted company coins for every rank up. But then at every, do we call them milestone ranks, every 50th rank, you will get one shiny new rank icon to show off your skills, and also a beautiful set of dog tags. So lots of ways of showing off your mastery on your journey towards, that the world domination.
It's already happening.
August is the time. So
Brilliant.
it's almost here.
Almost here.
So world domination for Lars by August.
Yeah, sorry, I wondered if we were talking about world domination or when that was happening, but all right.
Private games, then. The other massive thing that we know players want. What we got?
Yes. I mean, another one that's our lovely community have been vocal about. And previously, for those of you who've been with Battlefield, it was called RSP, the Rented Server Program. But now we're shifting over to private games. And what it means, the beautiful thing with it is, the baseline package that comes out is free for everyone that plays Battlefield 5. So a beautiful package. It's there to let you set up your servers and kind of create your experiences, whether you want to capture or, play with your friends. And Freeman, you can play with us. For sure.
Thanks.
You can sit with them. And obviously, you love getting all that community feedback, so hit him up, mrbattlefield@aol.com, and let him know.
Well, just saying,
that is the thing, though. We're not finished when we're done, right?
No, exactly. It's coming in, let's see.
September,
yeah.
And at that time, we want you to dive on it, set up your servers, play it, and give us feedback, since this is kind of just the beginning of the journey with the private games. We want to hear what did we do right and where should we shape up and take it an extra notch. So be with us and be candid.
Okay, well, Lars, don't tell Ryan, but you're my favourite for this. Thank you very much for it.
Do I still get to
We've got more, though, Julia. We've got more.
You're almost.
Well, it's just going to get a bit weird and fighty up here in a minute. Well, as promised, we've got one more Battlefield map to show you. It's called Operation Underground. Lars, Ryan, talk us through what we're about to see. Yes, let's have a look.
Well, this is the ultimate definition of a passion project. So Inge Göran, the original designer for Operation Metro, when we finished Battlefield 5 and shipped it, he wanted to do something that he just was truly invested in. So he kind of went down and he sat down and he came back with what was Operation Underground. And when he showed it to the team, we knew we just had to make this. And I think Lars is sort of being part of that journey in the beginning. I mean, you know how much this meant to the team.
Yeah, I mean, I was there when we started to build the maps for Battlefield 3. And early on, it was kind of a brainstorm. I still remember it was tons of images on the wall. We challenged the team to, where do you want to fight? Everything from subway to shopping mall to God knows everywhere.
Yeah.
And then the team started, or someone smart, not me, apparently, said, do I only get to pick one?
Yeah.
So they started to pick a number of them, and I think Inge then chose 3 of them, which was the park, the subway, and kind of the bank area in the city.
Like a kind of scene tapas. I mean, you don't want one meal, you want 3 lots of meals all in
More
one
is
meal.
always better, yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So you can see, when you see kind of it spinning in behind us here, you can see the true inspiration, but what Inge Göran and the talented crew with him has done is to kind of take at heart the feedback from the original Metro and started to provide especially a lot of flanking routes so that you can kind of move around and be smart about it. And tons of easy to spot ones, but also
Everyone
the
loves
most
a
sneaky
sneaky
ones.
flank. Everyone loves the sneaky flank. Cheeky, sneaky flank.
I mean, I think as you look at it, like this is not Metro remastered. This is, as the guys look at it, sort of reimagined. And I think you've got a bunch of different diverse areas. You've got big open courtyards, at street level and narrow streets, and you go down into where you see in the video here where the subway cars are and into the sub basements, and you're going to find a whole bunch of different things and different ways to play and different styles. And I know the guys have a few surprises in there as well that I think the community's really going to enjoy when they get there.
So when do we get it?
That's the big question for today. Is just when,
You have to wait a bit.
when.
October, between chapter 4 and 5.
And I think this is the one the team is really excited about as well. So I know I can't wait for October either. So.
I have a cracking time playing it in playtest. I'm so looking forward for everyone else getting to play it too, and everything else that's on these new maps.
Oh, yeah,
Amazing
but those aren't the only surprises. This is the problem. We've got too much to get through. I'm just like, stop talking. We've got so many surprises for you. So today, we're giving you never-before-seen details on Battlefield 5's Chapter 5.
Here's a little look at what the team's been working on.
A timeless theatre of war, a new vision. Prepare to deploy to the Pacific. The team at DICE are hard at work creating an iconic World War II experience, releasing this fall with Chapter 5 of Battlefield 5. As the US and Japan enter the fight, you'll clash across several battlefields, including a modern take on an absolute classic, Iwo Jima. Since Battlefield began, the Pacific Theatre has been part of its DNA. Now, we're crafting the ultimate reimagining of the conflict. By capturing real-life environments and using the power of Frostbite, we're bringing you the Pacific realized with today's capabilities and technology. Take part in the US invasions as their unstoppable forces charge inland towards unwavering Japanese defenses. Use new amphibious units to pummel the war-ridden shores, and an expanded arsenal to bring your squad to victory. We have a lot more to share about the Pacific and how it will evolve Battlefield 5 later in the year. Stay tuned.
Okay, most importantly, you went on like a bunch of like research trips. Like, let's find out more about that. Oh, let's set the net one in Tahiti. Yeah. No, sorry.
It's hard work. I know, it's amazing how many people are willing to make that extra effort to go to Hawaii in January in Stockholm. So it's quite impressive. We really appreciate the team putting in that work.
Oh yeah, taking one for the team.
But obviously,
definitely.
I mean, this is the big new addition to Battlefield 5. So going back, new theater of war in the Pacific. I mean, this is a homecoming for Lars. I mean, not Iwo Jima itself, but the development of it.
I remember my childhood.
Where the beard come from?
Yeah, 1,000 yards. Yeah.
No, but jokes aside, it's having been with Battlefield all through the journey, it's really where it all started. Battlefield 1942. The Pacific Theatre, and already when we started to talk about this game, the journey through the Second World War, everyone came up and kind of, when do we go to the Pacific? So this is the time. It feels like a homecoming. 1942, Battlefield 1943, we've been there before, but this is in a new way.
And I think the great thing, I mean, we hear a lot from the community, and I know, we have these discussions. You've got, where are my U.S. forces? Where's my Japanese army? And, getting to sit here in L.A. today and tell everybody that it's coming, Chapter 5, you're going to get those things. You're going to see some familiar places like Iwo Jima. We've got 2 other maps coming with that, so 3 maps coming with the initial package of the Pacific in Chapter 5. Some ones I think people are going to be really happy with what they're going to see. And I just say, in some of that, as you can hear from the ping in the trailer, some iconic weapons and things as well.
My Garand, it's coming, right?
Yes. we're living for the ping. So I mean, we wouldn't go to Iwo Jima without kind of the weaponry and the hardware. So bringing tons of iconic weapons, gadgets, and also, after all, it's Battlefield. So, of course, there will be a new set of vehicles. And we want to take that extra step and kind of start giving you the boats, fulfilling that sandbox of land, air, and sea. And the team has focused hard on capturing kind of that invasion experience. I mean, it was very much about island hopping during the war. So capturing the invasion experience and the amphibious warfare. So there's tons of new stuff and new gameplay to look forward to.
And beautiful locations that you ultimately destroy beyond recognition.
Well, Lars and Ryan, thank you both very much for joining us.
So if you've lost track of all of these brand new Battlefield announcements, I don't blame you, because honestly, there was quite a lot. So do you want to give us a little bit of a recap there, Freeman? I'll leave that on your capable shoulders.
Okay, I'm back of the balcony if they...
Yeah, go on, get up there.
Right, okay. Okay, we've got a load more multiplayer maps then coming in 2019. That starts with Al Sundan on June 27th, followed by Marita in July. We're bringing a brand new theatre of war to Battlefield 5, the Pacific. That's releasing this fall. We're also bringing features we've heard the community ask for, an increase in max rank from 50 to 500, and private games. Also, one final announcement. Starting today, you can play Battlefield 5 in the EA and Origin Access Vault, and through EA Access on PlayStation 4 when it launches next month. Is that everything?
Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. I guess you can probably stay down here with on the adults table, or whatever.
Cheers, everyone. Thanks. That's the Battlefield show.
Yeah, I'm Julia Hardy.
And I'm Freeman.
And if you're in the Los Angeles area, be sure to come and visit us in person at EA Play. Goodbye.
So many new maps, updates, and a new theater of war. I guess that's also they're going on vacation with everybody. That's what they're doing. That's what I call a Battlefield show, everybody. For those of you just tuning in, I'm Greg Miller. Apparently people don't like me on Twitter, and I'm coming to you live from EA Play, where fans are getting hands-on with some amazing new content. If you're in LA and you're not at EA Play, what are you doing? E3 starts tomorrow. You have nothing to do today. It's free. Just come on by. It's great. And for the rest of you, make sure you keep it here, because real soon we've got Alex Golden Boy Mendez breaking down FIFA 20. But right now, we're shifting gears to another DICE game. This one from a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. That's right, we're about to talk Star Wars Battlefront 2. And here to give us an exciting update from the Star Wars Battlefront team is Dennis Branville. Dennis, how you doing?
Hello there.
Hello. Oh, they love you, Dennis. They love you. Here's what I need you to do, Dennis. Give me the Battlefront journey from last EA Play to here. You guys have learned a lot.
Sure, yeah. So last year we announced that we'll be going into the Clone Wars. Yep. Then we delivered the new planet of Geonosis, where the Clone Wars sort of started.
Sure.
We delivered a bunch of new prequel heroes and villains that our players really enjoyed. And then finally we wrapped it up with delivering a new way to play PvP with capital supremacy. It's a mode where you capture command posts and take out capital ships. And our community is really happy. It's growing every month.
Yeah, that's what you were telling me yesterday during rehearsals, right? Is the fact that the community is getting bigger, right? They're responding to the changes and you're listening to them.
Yeah. No, this is the perfect time to join. It's, like our subreddit is full of love, and it's just a joy to be working for them.
So you've already announced some new stuff this week. What is it?
Yeah, so yesterday we announced to the core community that we'll be delivering for this month. Capital Supremacy is coming to the planet of Naboo, the city of Theed, so urban combat is finally getting to be experienced in that mode, and we're also introducing 2 new reinforcements, the Separatist Droideka, which we've been teasing for a long while, so happy to finally have that one coming, and to combat that, for the Republic, we're introducing a new vehicle, the TX-130 tank, to finally bring the fight to the Separatist Alliance.
Bring balance, right?
Bring balance, for sure.
You also announced some new skins. What are those?
Yeah, so new appearances are coming. A couple of new clone battalions, and headlined by the General Skywalker appearance for Anakin, the famous outfit that he wore during the early days of the Clone Wars in the TV show.
And that's my thing, Dennis. You talk about last EA Play starting to bring in more Clone Wars stuff. Right now, you're a year later,
Still here.
more Clone Wars. Why do you think people have such an attachment to Clone Wars?
Part of it is nostalgia, like we all grew up watching it, but I think it's also because how the TV show really just enhanced and continue to explore more lore and let the personalities of the prequel heroes and characters really shine.
Okay. What to you is the future of Star Wars Battlefront 2?
So we also announced that the next planet that we're going to, it's another Clone Wars planet. It's the alien planet of Felucia. And so we're bringing that to life in the Frostbite engine. It's going to look pretty fantastic. And we also, that planet will be supportive of Capital Supremacy and new ways to play the game, in particular if you want the epic Star Wars battles of Battlefront, but more tailored towards a PvE experience. So,
and then again, this nostalgia, it's nice. Clone Wars, great. We grew up on it. What about the new hotness? Are you bringing any of the new trilogy stuff? Are we going anywhere? What's happening? Tell me. Just spoil it right here. EA Play 2019.
So we consider Battlefront to be the greatest hits of Star Wars, where you get to play the most iconic heroes and villains and characters from all the Star Wars films. And we'll be back in August to talk more about the rest of the year.
No, this is EA Play right now. If he doesn't want to talk about right now, I can punch in Zoom or something, all right? Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you.
Now it's time to talk about competition of a different kind, ladies and gentlemen. Are you enjoying EA Play, everyone here? Well, it wouldn't be EA Play if we didn't get into a few different things. Alex Golden Boy Mendez is going to be hitting the football pitch with FIFA 20, and we'll be digging into that reveal trailer that dropped this morning with some very special guests that will tell you more about the newest way to play FIFA, Volta Football.
What's going on, FIFA fans? I'm Golden Boy coming to you live from the Volta pitch here at EA Play. Now, I had a blast actually hosting a FIFA Ultimate Team Champions Cup a few weeks back, but that was FIFA 19. And today we're here to talk about FIFA 20. Now, if you caught the brand new trailer that dropped this morning, you already know that Volta Football is a new way to play, returning football to the street. FIFA to the streets. You like that? All right, now, for those of you who missed it, let's take a look. Hit me a pass. Ha. Nice.
Up on my drum. La, 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 la. Let me give you something for bite on. Leg in the air. Come now, I'm putty. Something for bite on. Yeah, let's chat too long. Let me give you something for bite on. Tick tock, 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 tick tock. Leg in the air, leg in the air, leg in the air.
Now, in a bit, I'm going to be chatting with Sam Rivera, the lead producer at FIFA 20, about some of the new gameplay features that are going to be coming to FIFA 20. But first, we go across the pond. Last week, singer-songwriter and Fulham footballer Chelsea Grimes caught up with some special guests to give us the details on Volta football and the culture that inspired it. Check it out.
With Volta producer Jeff Antwi and Manchester United and England legend Rio Ferdinand to talk about a subject close to my heart, street football. Okay, so Rio, we're here in London, your hometown. Cage football, street football. What was your memories and experiences growing up? Did you play a lot of it?
No, this was where I grew up. This is exactly what I've done day in, day out. In there, the ball never goes out of play. Physically, it's demanding. You're forced to almost have a personality and show a personality in there. Do you know what I mean?
There's definitely no hiding in there, is there?
You can't hide in there.
So I used to play in the street with all the boys, and it was kind of the same. You know, we'd learn how to bounce it off the curb and use the walls on people's houses as another player. What was it for you that made you want to bring it even into the game?
For us, it's a return to street football for the FIFA franchise, and we're really excited about being able to, be in places like this, where it's rooted in the real people, the real places. Authenticity, creativity, culture are all things that we wanted to bring to Volta.
Look at that guy's footwork.
Yeah, the footwork, it's amazing. That's what you can do in Volta, though. So that's part of the detail in the gameplay.
So you can do all these mad tricks like this.
Well, just being able to be really skillful with the ball at your feet. Whether it's a classic futsal drag, or being able to play it off the wall to yourself to beat your opponent, or flick it up over your head to create space for on goal.
Can you use all of the players from the professional teams?
Absolutely. So obviously with it being FIFA, we want to make sure that authenticity is at the forefront. And so you can play with or against the real players, all the licensed players that we have, all the licensed clubs. You can imagine playing Chelsea versus Spurs in this London cage.
Man United versus Liverpool.
Man United versus Liverpool.
It's physical and technical, it's mad. I've played on loads of different places. Where is there to play on the game?
So obviously with Volta, it's the world's game, and there's so many locations that you can play with, from a rooftop in Tokyo to a London cage like this, or even an underpass in Amsterdam. So, we want to make sure that what we're building is, real to the space, real to the people.
Well, where's the craziest place you play football?
I was actually in a camp in LA, and I played a bit of soccer there, which I've never played it there before. The pitches are a lot nicer than when I grew up playing in Liverpool. What about you, Rio?
Maybe in a favela in Brazil. I went to the World Cup in Brazil. My first one I did as a pundit. I managed to go into the favelas and have a little look. It's crazy, man. And amongst that was just like a pitch in the middle of it, in a cage. A bit like here, but it's just different setting.
Right. What type of football were you playing?
We played whoever was there. So you just play with the numbers you've got. If there was 3v3, fine. If it was 5-a-sides, not a problem.
Yeah.
So
what's great is that's Volta. Being able to play 3v3, 4v4, 5v5, playing with goalkeepers, playing without goalkeepers, you know, playing in a cage like this or playing futsal, you know, with more authentic rules. I think Volta does a really good job of representing the diversity of the game, not only the people, but also in the game style. You can treat the wall like your teammate, passing to yourself, or you can be really skillful with the ball, like, you know, like these guys are being. Volta football is such a diverse game, and for millions of people around the world, streets is their stadium. So for you guys, like, what are some of the fundamental things that you take away from the streets, and what translates to the stadiums?
Small-sided games, three versus three, 5-a-sides. I grew up in this environment, and I think it enables you definitely to be able to deal with people 1v1, because in a game in a stadium, in front of thousands and thousands of people, you're going to have to deal with someone 1v1 like this, with bigger spaces. So getting used to that in this type of environment is, I think, for a young player, is key.
Having a personality, not being afraid to try something new here. Yeah. And obviously, you know, eventually you can go and put it onto the big stage. So I think this is like, yeah, you go and express yourself.
I think definitely the word, that key word, express. If you can express yourself, you see the best in everyone. I think individually, as a team.
You know, street football is, for a lot of people, it's foundational. And it translates to, you know, the stadiums. And for Volta, that's kind of how we built the gameplay experience. And so we're really excited about what we can, you know, represent and being able to represent the flair and the style that you guys just talked about.
I think a lot of people as well used to always associate like skills and flair without the end product. I think that's what's great about this game, is that end product's always king.
Really want to know is, can you create female players?
Absolutely. I think that's one of the biggest innovations. You can play male or female, and they play with each other as well, and that's an important part of what we're building.
When you go and play in there, not everyone turns up in a pair of shorts, boots. Can we have like jeans, like cut-downs that I've got, or...?
You can have, you know, T-shirts and shorts, or you can have jeans and long sleeves. Again, a big thing for us is, you know, being able to establish the culture that is street football through clothing, through how you look, your personal style. You can have short hair, long hair. You can have tattoos, no tattoos. You can play with trainers.
Okay.
A lot of the time as well is like, it's not only you want to look good, you want to feel good, play good.
Yeah.
In some of it's superstition, like it's all of that all in one. If you can get that into a game and transfer that and translate that into the cage, you got it made.
That's a big part of Volta football, just being able to represent the people as they are. You know, we want it to be authentic, we want it to be diverse, you know, we want it to be cultural and creative, and a lot of that is, you know, how you equip yourself and how you carry yourself and how you represent yourself in the game.
Jeff, thank you so much. Rio, it's been a pleasure. I can't wait to play Volta, so I'll see you in the cage.
Well, there you have it. Volta football, pretty cool stuff there. Now, I can't wait to get my hands on it later this summer, but to talk to us about the exciting new gameplay updates and innovations that are going to be coming to FIFA 20, we have FIFA lead gameplay producer Sam Rivera here standing by. Sam, welcome.
Thanks, Alex. It's great to
Let's
be
give
here.
it up. Give it up for Sam.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah. All right, all right. Pleasure to have you here, my friend. Now, here's the deal. I knew this coming into this. When they asked me to do this gig, I was like, listen, this is going to be a tricky one, right? Because FIFA has a very passionate community. I know this. I experienced this firsthand when I hosted that FUT Champions Cup. And you and I, we talked a lot about how important it's been for you to engage with the audience, with the fans, with the community on FIFA 20's development. So why don't we dive into that? Tell me about that process and how the community played a role in making this game a reality for you all.
Absolutely. Community feedback is a big deal for us. The combination of community feedback and football itself is what inspires us every year to keep innovating and to create the most authentic and fun experience we can. And we know we have a big community. So this year we actually talked to over 3,000 players, from pro players to new players, casual players, hardcore players. And because we know this is a two-way conversation, we released an important Pitch Notes article at the end of May, where we explain a little bit more about how we approach community feedback. So we listen to things like shooting inconsistencies or AI defending. And this feedback, together with our drive to create a more authentic football experience, led us to develop a new feature set that comes together as football intelligence.
Okay, all right, so catchphrases are all well and good,
Yeah.
right? But let's dive into this, right? Because
Sure.
I want to be able to dive deeper into what all this means for the player. What does football intelligence mean for the folks that are going to be playing in a few months?
Sure, football intelligence is a combination of features that improve the three main components of the match: on the ball, off the ball, and the ball itself. And this year we're innovating in those three areas. On the ball, we're enhancing the one-on-one moments by giving you new attacking and defending tools. Off the ball, with a re-architected game flow, we're giving players more time and space on the ball. And for the ball itself, we have a brand new ball physics system that elevates the authenticity on every touch.
Okay, so you mentioned off the ball first. That's something that, I'm assuming you're talking about computer control players there. And this is a big topic within the community.
I know.
How those players interact with you when you're playing the game. So, yeah, I mean, what is off the ball? What does that mean for us?
Yes, so off the ball, if there's something that is really going to change how the game plays, is the re-architected game flow. This new game flow was designed to give more time and space to the dribbler and create more one-on-ones. A one-on-one is one of the most interesting parts of football to watch or to play if you actually play the sport. And in FIFA, it's going to be the time where user skill is going to make a difference. And while we're creating more one-on-ones, we're also encouraging more user-control defending, and we are reducing the amount of AI defensive support that you get from your teammates.
Okay, all right. So you really want to like influence the player to be engaged in that process. And I know it seems like we're kind of just like throwing questions out here, but because I'm curious, I'm really interested, right? When I have a controller in my hand, what does this feel like? What extra space is being created with this more player-controlled approach?
Yes, first of all, the re-architected game flow allows us to encourage smart technical build-up based on skill. So when you score a goal, you feel like you really worked for it. And because you mentioned space, yes, spacing is actually one of the biggest benefits of this system. You will see how your teammates spread around the pitch in a more authentic way, allowing you to read the game better and also giving you new ways for you to create your own scoring chances. And visually, just the game looks much more like real football.
Yeah. So my AI teammates are going to be way more helpful for me because Lord knows I need that. All right. Which I think, a lot of us feel the struggle there. But now, what about the player, me, right? As I'm playing this game, what new tools do I have that I can put out there on the pitch?
Yes, so football is all about the decisive moments on the ball. And now that we're encouraging those moments, we're also giving players the tools to make sure those moments are in their control.
Okay.
So there's 4 features that I want to talk about: composed finishing, strafe dribbling, control tackling, and the new penalty kicks and free kicks.
All right, so 4 big topics.
Yeah.
Let's just dive into this. Composed finishing, what do you mean by that?
Sure. We received feedback from the community regarding the difficulty to finish in front of goal.
Okay.
So in FIFA 20, with the new composed finishing, you're going to experience more clinical and consistent shooting when you're in a one-on-one with the keeper, for example. And if you try a more difficult shot, let's say a volley from outside of the box, then you're going to have more chances to miss. So overall, we are improving the fundamentals of shooting to provide a more authentic experience. And we also listen to feedback about time finishing. And we are very confident that the changes that I just mentioned to the fundamentals of shooting, in addition to some tweaks that we're doing to the actual time finishing mechanic, are going to give you a more satisfying shooting experience, whether you time your shot or not. We are actually just releasing another Pitch Notes article about this topic. If you want to know more information, you can check it online.
Okay, so a whole topic just on this alone, which is very dedicated there. Now, you also mentioned another attacking tool, which was strafe dribbling. Yeah. So how is this now going to play a role in how I play out there?
Good question. So we are reinventing the strafe dribbling mechanic.
Okay.
This tool adds more dimension in attack, giving you more control, more precise and agile control of the ball when dribbling. And I would say this tool is great to lure your opponent in, and then when he's getting closer, use your player's agility, speed, and skill to beat that defender.
So if it wasn't any indication, though, I'm going to be on defense quite a bit. So
we'll see.
Because of that, as a defender now, we're continuing to just run through these tools, these new gameplay additions that are coming to it. What about on the defensive front?
Yes, to counter the attacking tools, we also need to bring some innovation into defending. the new control tackling system, which uses the sophistication from the active touch system from last year, is going to improve your players' tackling ability to ensure you win possession back more often than ever when you tackle in the right context.
Okay, and then the most intense, nerve-wracking moment in any game of FIFA, me and my boy Rob, we went, this is an everyday thing for us. Penalty kicks.
Yes.
What changes are you making to penalty kicks?
We have brand new penalty kicks and free kick systems.
Okay.
So first of all, the aiming mechanics are completely different and more accessible. But obviously, we're keeping some elements of skill in there to make sure there's enough depth in the mechanics for those that want to be masters on those systems. And for example, in free kicks, you're going to have full control of the spin that you apply to the ball. And that's going to create your trajectory. So you can do side spin, top spin, no spin, or a combination of them. And that's going to be based on how you swing your right stick. And then you will see the trajectory. So you can go around the wall, you can go over the wall, you can do a knuckle shot, for example. Ultimately, these systems are more, they're more fun, but you have more control, so that you feel like it's more rewarding. And you swing your right stick, and then you see the trajectory being created, and that's the cool part.
So, you know, for like us FPS gamers out there, maybe that's something that I can actually be good at, you know, like
exactly
hit with the right stick. That's awesome. All right, so on the ball, talked off the ball, but the ball. That is the most essential part of the beautiful game. So what's new with the ball?
We have a brand new ball physics system. And the ball is at the center of every match. And the innovation that we're bringing to the ball this year just gives you a more authentic experience in general.
Yeah.
So we rewrote how the ball behaves on every player contact, on every bounce, on every interaction, and how spin affects the trajectory of a shot, pass, or cross. So what you will see is more realistic player deflections, more realistic bounces. And if you do a shot, let's say a finesse shot, you will see maybe more curve. If you do a lace shot, you will see a dipping trajectory, a rising trajectory. There's more variety in general. So the entire FIFA experience feels fresh because of this new ball physics system.
Trying to get that ball to bounce in fun ways is going to create some interesting moments, especially for a lot of our top players out there. Now, I know that a lot of fans, I'm sure, are going to be very excited to try out these new features. And since you have the eyes and ears of a ton of FIFA fans right now, floor is yours. Anything else you want to say to this community?
Yes, so the features that I just talked about are very important, but there are many other changes that we're doing in FIFA 20, and a lot of them are based on community feedback. One of them is pace. We know that sometimes slower defenders can catch up with faster dribblers, so we're tweaking pace in FIFA 20. It doesn't mean that the entire game is going to be based on player speed, but it just means that player physical attributes are going to be slightly more important. We're doing something very similar for strength. And finally, for those players that have mastered the skill moves, we're obviously tuning some of them. Let's say La Croqueta, we're adding new ones. Or if you like to chain multiple skill moves in a row, then you will get a more realistic outcome. We're working on those.
So you're telling me that Tex can't like bust out like 3 elastic at the same time?
We'll see, but you will see new behaviors there.
Tex will still find a way. Tex will still find a way. Well, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Now, when can players get their hands on FIFA 20?
So it's going to be September 27th.
Okay.
And there's some good news. If you have EA Access, you're subscribed to EA Access, you can get hands-on on September 19th.
Wow. Okay. And then, of course, you know, EA Access coming to PS4.
Exactly. That's good news. So PS4 fans will also be able to play FIFA September 19th.
All right. Look at that there. And, of course, all those details can be found online, so don't forget about that. It is a hot day out here. We've been talking FIFA. I've been having a blast. And Sam, thank you so much, man. Guys, give it up for Sam Rivera once again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome stuff. Now, don't forget, if you're in LA, come down to EA Play, try out FIFA 20 for yourself, or come watch some great street football competition at our custom Volta pitch. Keep an eye out because the FIFA team has a lot more to come between now and September. They'll be posting deep dives on the Pitch Notes platform. And you get more info on gameplay, career mode, pro clubs, Volta, and because we all know you want to talk about it, FIFA Ultimate Team. So keep an eye out for those. I'm Golden Boy. Thank you so much for watching. See you later.
Oh, yeah.
You just saw all the news on FIFA 20, and in a moment, Golden Boy will be talking with Daily Show host and superfan Trevor Noah about the exciting things we just saw. Do you think it's weird that Golden Boy gets to talk to Trevor Noah and not me?
How are you?
Hey, well, you know what? Get out of here. Go away. Jeez. But first, we've got a very special message about EA's Play to Give campaign, so let's check it out.
Hey everyone, if you're watching this video, chances are you've likely seen or even personally experienced harassment when playing online games. In fact, 57% of players say they've been bullied or threatened online. We need to change that.
Absolutely. Games are for everyone, and the good news is we can all do something about it. EA is donating $1 million to 3 amazing nonprofits who are all about bullying prevention and inclusion in games. Ditch the Label, Pacer, and the United Nations He for She.
You can also help. Go to the link below, ea.com/playtogive to learn more about these charities. On their websites, they have advice on what you can do if you're being bullied or how you can help others who are. You can also donate. Any amount you can contribute really makes a difference to these nonprofits.
With the help of Play to Give donations last year, these charities achieved some pretty cool things. He for She was able to expand its message of gender inclusivity in gaming to people around the world. Ditch the Label was able to help an additional 10,000 kids who are suffering from abuse. And Pacer reached 1.4 million people with information on how to combat bullying.
Thanks so much, everyone. When we work together, we can make games a space where everyone feels safe and included.
Enjoy the rest of EA Play.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Golden Boy here at EA Play once again. And just so you know, it's always good to give back to a great cause. You can find out more info about Play to Give online. Now, everybody, welcome to the EA Play stage, the host of The Daily Show, FIFA superfan, Trevor Noah.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming out, man.
Are you kidding?
And, you know, when they told me about this, so Greg obviously very salty he didn't get to do this interview. Haha. Stuck it, Greg. So I understand you are a massive fan of FIFA.
Well, I'm not a FIFA fan. FIFA is my full-time job, and then I do other things to sustain the habits. That's pretty much me.
Interesting.
Yeah, when
like
you really play FIFA, you don't say that you're a fan. That's just what you do.
That's fair.
Like Raheem Sterling is not a fan of Manchester City. He plays for the team. I play FIFA professionally. That's what I do.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my job.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. It's kind of crazy for a guy who hosts a show called The Daily Show that you play FIFA on the daily, and yet you have to work, and yet that's not your full-time
Well, luckily
job.
there's night. There's nighttime as well. You gotta allocate your time properly.
Okay,
that's what you do.
Trevor Noah
time
doesn't sleep.
management.
Yeah, that is confirmed. All right, so who's your favorite team again?
Who's my favorite team? My team.
Who's your
That's what Ultimate Team is all about.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, really?
Come on.
Really? That's where you're going to go?
Why am I going to go and support one team when I can create the best team ever? You know?
Okay, I feel like you just don't want to draw any battle lines.
Oh, no. When it comes to the English Premier League, I'm Liverpool through and through. You know, I'm excited for what they did. Yeah, pain in Kiev, joy now. And then, you know, when it comes to Europe, I switch and I play with different teams, you know, because I get to enjoy just the players. But in the game, my team is the team.
Okay, so then who's like your big player on your team, on your Ultimate Team?
It depends. It changes depending on what card comes out. So for me right now, Syria Gomez, small little man, does major things. One of my favorite players in the game. I know this is a weird one. Right back, Almeida, one of my favorite players. Just like I like playing with weird characters that no one else is playing with. Because everyone out there is going to be playing with like 92 Vieira. Everyone's going to be trying to play with Gullit in the middle. And it's just like, who can you play with? Alan, Napoli, one of the best players you can play with in FIFA. Mark my words. Go and get him. Go get him.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just got to get like the weird players that no one else likes. And then like when you meet them with your team, they don't know who the players are. They don't know how they play. And that's what makes FIFA such an amazing game for me is the customization.
Dude, I tell you right now, blown away and very impressed. By the way, Trevor Noah, man, just dropping the knowledge out here.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Trevor, I know this was a brief one, but I want to thank you so much for coming out to EA Play, my friend. It's been a blast.
I'm excited, man.
And, you know, FIFA 20 is playable here, and we have to have a match. I think you and we have to have a match.
Well, we won't have a match. I will school you.
Okay.
There won't be a match.
Okay. Yeah.
We can play together, and then I will teach you FIFA.
I kind of set myself up for that one. All right. Well, Greg, back to you, buddy.
In a moment, Adam Rank is taking us on a deep dive on all kinds of new features coming to Madden 20. But first, power up your exosuits, freelancers, because we're talking Anthem. And to help me get the 411, I'm joined by Anthem live service lead producer, Ben Irving. Hey, Ben.
Hey, man. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. I can't believe you're really here. The subreddit flipped out. I flipped out on Kind of Funny Games Daily. No Anthem at EA Play. What's happening?
Of course we're going to come to EA Play. We've got a booth out there with lots of fans coming through to play it. But really the big thing for us this year is working with our influencers and game changers. Sure. We have our new update called the Cataclysm on our public test server. Right. And our time here this weekend is really about talking to them, getting feedback from all our players so we can make that a great game update.
All right, good. You got the marketing spiel out of the way, man. Talk to me. It's been a interesting 4 months for Anthem. It's been an interesting 4 months. What have you guys learned? What are you pivoting? What's happening?
Yeah, look, it's been a wild ride. You know, we've learned a lot of lessons over the last 4 months. I think one of the most important ones was just around listening to player feedback better. Sure. And so we spent some time really trying to get this PTS game update out. Making sure instead of us saying to players, hey, this is what we think's really exciting, just give them the game update and say, you come and tell us, what are the things that you do like and the things that you don't like? Well, I'm really trying to pivot more into that so that we can learn more from what the players want.
That's what I found so fascinating when we were talking earlier, right? Yeah. Is the fact that the public test server is there for people to get in and you guys don't want to be like telling people what's cool. You want to start building this game with them.
Yeah, because you know, it doesn't matter what we think. It only matters what the players think. They're the ones playing the game. So if they love it, great. And if they don't, they'll tell us the feedback, and we'll do our best to address it.
So everybody can get into the public test server right now?
Yeah, it's available on PC right now. If you have access to Anthem, you can download the game and play it. If you happen to be somewhere near the venue, feel free to come on in. You can play it with us as well. And we're just, like I said, really looking forward to getting all that feedback and trying to make it a really great game update.
So from there, what is the future of Anthem? And is there a future of Anthem? That's a question I see a lot.
Yes, there's a future for Anthem. A very bright future, we hope. Look, it's kind of the same thing. You know, we've learned a lot this last few months. We really want to make the game better. We believe Anthem can be a really amazing game. We know we have some work to do, and we just want to work with the community to build it together and make it the game that everyone wants it to be.
All right. Well, thank you, Ben. Get back to work. A hug from Hey, Ben, how are you doing? Oh, my God.
I threatened a hug.
You did. Well, you didn't get a good one. Get in here. All right. For those of you here at EA Play and those of you at home, you can get your hands on Cataclysm right now. So join me and get back in the fight, freelancers. Now, everyone get excited because up next we have Adam Rank bringing you an exclusive first look at Madden gameplay with deep dives into the new X Factor abilities, face of the franchise, and more. So keep it here at EA Play.
What is up, Madden fans? I am your host, Adam Rank. Nobody. One person applause break. I wanted a bigger pop than Trevor Noah, but that's okay. I'm still stoked to be here live from EA Play here in Los Angeles. Now, back at the NFL Draft, we revealed a ton of new features coming to Madden 20. Since then, we've been asking what you, the fans, want to see. Well, guess what? We've heard those results, and they were overwhelmingly clear. You guys want rank in the game. I'm in the game. Nope. I'm not in the game. I'm sorry. No, we got gameplay. We are going to give you actual gameplay. That's coming up in just a moment. We'll be bringing you your first look in Madden gameplay, the ones that you've been asking for. But right now up front, we're going to do a quick recap of 5 awesome new features coming to Madden 20 and show you even more details. Let's open things up with Face of the Franchise, the brand new career campaign that allows you to create you can pop for that. Yeah, that's cool. It's a cool feature. You will be able to create a superstar quarterback, select one of 10 D1 schools, and compete in the college football playoffs. And speaking of superstar quarterbacks, we sat down with NFL MVP and Madden 20 cover athlete Patrick Mahomes to hear more about his superstar journey.
I've always loved competing. And to me, there's no added pressure. There's no added expectations. That's stuff that I've put on myself since I was a little kid. I feel like I'm just that same guy that's been putting in the time and the work my whole entire life. Now it's about pushing myself every single day to get better. It's about passion. I'm going out there having fun. You have to make sure that you're just evolving and never being satisfied with where you're at. Coming into the league, it seems like every single year there's some different guy that's just faster and stronger and bigger. And so you have to find different ways to get better, and those are the guys that find ways to win in the end. Every single year from college to come into the league, and as my career goes on, I just keep getting better and better at the approach from each play and recognize what you have to do to have success. The first time I ever ran out the tunnel in front of that crowd, it was a surreal feeling, and I'll never forget it. My expectation was to win the Super Bowl, and I fell just short of that. You use that stuff as motivation. This is just the beginning.
Oh, wow, Patrick Mahomes. Give it up. He's amazing. He's an amazing quarterback. He's living the journey that you'll be taking on in face of the franchise. And joining me right now is Madden Community Manager Israel Cruz, a.k.a. Agent K, to give us a little bit more information on face of the franchise as well as some of the other exciting features that are coming to the game. What are you doing?
Hey, Adam, it's great to be, you look a little crispy up top.
A little bit.
And, me too, so I brought you one
as a bald
as
American,
well.
I appreciate
kind
you
of
doing
that
for
way,
me.
but yeah, for this
I
part.
wear a 7 3/4, although there's a guy in a Khalil Mack jersey. Take off the Chiefs cap, put this on.
Hey, there you go.
Don't give away those secrets.
You got to
All
protect
right.
the noggin, man.
Yeah.
You got to protect
Good to
the
see you,
noggin.
though.
Hey, it's
Thanks
good
for
to see
coming
you too. Thank you so much. Over the last few weeks, we've been talking about Madden 20 on live streams, and it's been great. Our community has been really engaged, and we've been asking them questions. What do you want to see here at EA Play?
Right.
And this is the culmination. We took their feedback. We're going to talk a little bit about those things. And regarding face of the franchise, our players wanted to see an NFL draft experience, kind of like what's going on. So you'll see on one of these screens right here, what's really great is you're going into the NFL draft sequence right here. You're in the green room. Your player's a little bit nervous, representing the Texas Longhorns, go Horns, and hasn't finished that cheeseburger right there. So
it's still Los Angeles. The Rose Bowl from a couple of years ago, still looming large though. So be cool with that. Well, listen, don't get mad at me. Just stop Vince Young. All right. So here's the thing. So this is all awesome. I love the detail there. Once you get drafted, you're now in franchise mode and all that stuff. And I hear the Pro Bowl is coming back too. What else should Madden fans know?
Yeah, so it's really cool. The Pro Bowl is back in Madden 20. When you're going to go ahead and install the game, you're going to be able to play the Pro Bowl, get your hands on those superstar X Factors, play with them a little bit. But our franchise players are wanting to see more about the scenario engine, and we're going to show a little bit about that. Now, the scenario engine, what it does, it brings dynamic quests, kind of dynamic challenges into the game that help you improve your player and their ratings week to week. So that's pretty awesome. But you said it earlier, people want to see more about gameplay, so we're going to go ahead and talk about gameplay.
Is there a blog where they can check all that stuff out too?
Yes, there is. We've written quite a few blogs. We have Gridiron Notes, which you can go ahead and search the web. You'll find those. But we also have a franchise deep dive blog that details everything out coming to franchise in Madden 20.
Okay, for all the play callers and armchair coaches, what else can they look forward to?
Like real estate, it's like location, location, location. People want playbooks, playbooks, playbooks. Of
course.
Now, this year in Madden 20, we're having RPOs coming into the game, which are run-pass options, which is great. But not just that, but our players have been asking for new formations. So right here, we have out of the Raiders playbook, a unique formation, which is actually called single back double off close. And what's great about this is a PA sweep play we've got going on right here, which is absolutely great. Our players are excited about that, but what I'm excited about is that throughout the course of the season, we're going to go ahead and evolve those playbooks, and as things happen in the NFL, we're going to bring that stuff to the NFL.
Yeah, I see the one Derek Carr fan out there was very excited to see that Raiders playbook. And I know that we've got a lot of, two Raider fans. Wear a jersey next time. I can't identify you without it. It's okay. Listen, I'm talking to Israel, though. Here's the thing. Now, we've got a lot of Madden Ultimate Team fans in the house. Am I right? Yeah, right?
Awesome.
They want to know more about the content that you're going to be bringing to the table. Tell us a little bit more about those ultimate missions.
Yeah, so ultimate missions are great. A lot of times our Madden Ultimate Team players, when they log into the game, they're always trying to find the most up-to-date content. So one of the things this year that we're trying to do is provide them kind of a guide, an information hub, so then when they log in, they're not spending all that time looking in different areas. They can get the player items that they want for their team to make the best squad possible. Hey, I heard that. So one of the things that's absolutely great, let's say Khalil Mack has an amazing game on Sunday. You know, you log into Madden, you log into Madden Ultimate Team, you want to be able to find it. So basically, we're going to go ahead and provide you that information guide, that step-by-step process, so you can get that item on your team.
Now, the Khalil Mack fan sitting here loves hearing that. The guys, the two Raider fans over here, not so much, whatever. We appreciate
That's a little too
what you guys, I know, that's talk about the Rose Bowl being too soon. Yeah, we love the Raiders. I love John Gruden, what he's done for our team. Now, the thing that I'm most excited for, though, is the superstar X Factor abilities. These make the superstars, you know, play like superstars. And you're going to give us a little bit of a reveal on some of these abilities?
Yeah, so our players have been asking us to go ahead and talk about these superstar X Factors. The first one we're going to reveal is Alvin Kamara, which is great. He has in-zone abilities. He also has superstar abilities, and we're going to go ahead and take a look right here. What's cool about his zone ability is called Satellite. You've heard of Satellite backs, right?
I know what it is.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I mean, these guys
but
are...
explain it for everybody else.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, I mean, you know, you guys have seen the tape. Out of the backfield, Kamara's a deep threat as a wide receiver, as a receiver. It's crazy. He's absolutely amazing out of the backfield, but he also has superstar abilities. So those superstar abilities are matchup nightmare. So basically, you're going to go ahead and have better opportunities to go ahead and catch the ball against linebackers and DBs, and also better route running. I mean, he's absolute beast. And he also has running back apprentice. What running back apprentice actually does for him is that it allows him to have 4 additional hot routes anytime and pre-play adjustments.
Love that. Now, listen. Everybody who knows me knows I'm kind of a dumb guy. So can you explain the difference between zone abilities and superstar abilities?
Yeah, so for zone abilities, we talked about Satellite. So what's going to happen is in-game, you're going to go ahead and get some in-game objectives on how to go ahead and get your player in the zone. And, you know, Clint's going to talk a little bit here about how you're going to be able to knock them out of the zone. But the thing is that superstar abilities, what that's going to allow you to do is that they're always available, they're always on, and not just that, but it brings like a unique, authentic feel to that specific player. So with Kamara, one of the things that we were actually showing right there is that it's going to allow him to go ahead and do some amazing things out of the backfield.
It's just another level of authenticity is what's everything.
Totally. I mean, our players have been asking us for a long time. They want the players to feel like NFL superstars when they're on the field, and we want to give that to them.
Okay, now to help us get even more down and dirty and some of those details on X Factor abilities, I want everybody right now, this is serious, put your hands together because joining us here on the stage here in just a moment is one of the best wide receivers on the planet from the Pittsburgh Steelers, from the University of Southern California, a hardcore Madden fan. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way in the back, give it up for Juju Smith-Schuster. There it is. The crowd loves Juju, right? Yeah. Juju. You guys, oh my goodness. You know what? Thank you so much for coming out. We always appreciate you taking the time and interacting with the community and everything. How are you enjoying your time here at EA Play?
I'm loving it. It's awesome. It's a blessing to be here. You see the fans, the Steelers fans.
Look at that.
I was here last year, and it was an amazing setup. And to come back again, no question. And, you know, when I heard about Madden 20, and I heard about Pat Mahomes being on the cover and that whole X Factor thing, and I was like, wow, this is amazing.
Now, you had a monster year. Once again, you know, you're obviously one of the best players in the league. Kind of go through the thought process. When you're on the field, you're in zone, you see single coverage. What are you thinking?
When I see that one-on-one, it's the opportunity of me getting the ball, you know, knowing that the defense is coming and the quarterback has to put the ball a lot faster. And all I can think in my head is, like, catch the ball, get yak yards, score touchdowns, celebrations. And pretty much in my head, I'm just like, wow, like, let's make a play, big plays.
And you make big play. What you had a 97-yard reception? Or did you have 2?
Yeah, 2.
Oh, you had 2 of them. That's right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sell you short. Now, in addition to getting all those yak yards, you're also known for wrestling away those jump balls. So it's no surprise to me that your zone ability is double me. Is it cool if we take a look?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Yeah, so what you guys are going to see right here with like Juju said, once he gets in that single coverage and he is in the zone, there is no stopping him. The only way that you're going to be able to stop him is to go ahead and double cover him. And at the end of the day, you know, it's a new meta to the game. If you want to stop Juju, you got to double cover him.
Well, first of all, you can't stop him. Let's just put that out there right now. What did you think? Do you think we nailed it? What do you think?
That's awesome. That's crazy. That's definitely something I see myself doing. You know, the double coverage, especially this year, it's gonna be super exciting, and I just can't wait. You know, having an X factor, I can't wait to use it in the game, use myself in the game.
And are you ready to check it out? Are you excited to start playing?
Super excited.
All right. Well, you're in luck because we've got Madden 20 playable right here at EA Play. You and Agent K can go try it out. Agent K, is there any way that our fans at home can maybe try this out as well?
Well, you know, I think a lot of people that are here are going to get a chance to go ahead and check out our closed beta that's going to be happening for Madden 20. It's going to be happening on June 14th to the 16th. But I believe over at the Madden booth, we're giving out some codes. You guys may have seen it. So if you haven't checked it out, go over to the booth. There's going to be a blog up. I believe Man of the People, Z Farles, is going to go ahead and be talking about that, putting out. Check out our social channels. All that information is there. I brought a couple of codes here for Juju. We're going to give Juju some codes as well. We're also going to be sharing on social channels. Check that out. A lot of great information. You want some, Adam?
You mind?
Are you sure? All right, here you go. But no, it's actually awesome.
We'll talk
but not just that, but we're going to work with Juju. He's going to be giving out codes on his channel. So again, tune into our social channels. All the information there about the closed beta happening on June 14th to June 16th. But since you're here, you guys can grab it early, download it, and get ready for June 14th.
All right. Thank you so much for coming out. Israel, Juju, go play the game.
Awesome.
Go play the game. Give it a round of applause. Juju Smith-Schuster, there he goes, handing out those codes. I don't know that you're going to get those back. I don't know if he's going to. All right. Well, Juju's going to go get a taste of what Madden 20 is all about. But don't go anywhere, guys, because we've got even more Madden 20 gameplay to show you right now. Because please welcome to the stage our senior gameplay designer, Clint Oldenburg. Put it together, everybody.
Yeah, man.
Keep it going. Good to see you.
How you doing?
Wonderful. Oh, my gosh. Thank you so much for being here. Now, we've seen those X Factor abilities, but I want to dig a little bit deeper. Tell me a little bit more about how they impact gameplay.
That's a great question. I'm going to follow it with a question for you first.
Okay.
And I'm trusting you to give me the right answer.
You got it.
What are some reasons you like to watch football?
I like yelling at my fantasy players.
That's a good one.
Okay, yeah.
Anything else?
Oh, you know what? I like watching superstars play like superstars. When you have somebody like Juju Smith-Schuster, I want to see him make some big plays.
That's exactly right.
And sorry that you have to follow it, by the way.
That was a hard
tough
assignment,
looking,
man.
by the way.
That was a really hard assignment.
Trevor Noah, Juju, and now Clint. Hey!
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, give it up.
Yeah, so you mentioned superstars. The NFL is such a star-driven league. Madden is no different. We set out with a creative vision this year to make our stars feel like stars. So we created this ability system known as Superstar X Factors. These abilities are going to bring authentic skills that make these guys feel unique and powerful so that every individual game is unique and game planned differently.
And that's what it's all about, authenticity. And that's great that you guys take that extra level of realism. Can we see some more X Factors in action? Can we, we talked about Mahomes at the start of the show. I'd love to see him go out there and do his thing if that's possible.
Yeah, we got some cool stuff to show you here with Patrick Mahomes, our cover athlete. Bazooka is his zone ability. Now, to get into the zone, you have to do an in-game objective. With Mahomes, you have to complete 4 passes of 30 yards or more, and once you get inside the zone, denoted there by his X Factor icon, he can throw the ball further than anyone else in the game. His max pass distance is increased about 15 yards to about 80. You can bomb the thing.
Everybody's oohing and eyeing. I mean, that's what we see on Sunday. Now, you talked about the air yards. It's got to be air yards, right? Not dump off to Damian Williams?
Exactly. 4 passes of 30 yards or more. That's traveling in the air 30 yards, so the rack yards don't count.
And this all makes sense because obviously Mahomes has a hell of an arm, but can all quarterbacks make throws like that, or is this just exclusive to him?
Bazooka is exclusive to Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he's got the big arm. He's on record as throwing an 83-yard pass. We may be selling him a little bit short. But this is not a gimmick ability. These things are inspired by their real-life skills that make them special.
So that's his zone ability. Does he have any others?
Yes, he also has superstar abilities. As an X Factor, one of our better X Factors, he has a zone ability and then superstar abilities. We're going to break down his loadout here, right here. We got escape artist first. And as everyone knows, he's a dual threat quarterback. Escape artist gives him elite agility and speed when scrambling on passing plays. Looks like Mahomes, right?
Yeah, it does. Unfortunately.
I mean, that's what he does. And then dashing Deadeye gives him perfect passing accuracy when throwing on the run. So it's a nice little combo there. Perfect passing accuracy is the best accuracy you can have in our game.
And then here's the red zone.
Yeah, red zone Deadeye. If you watched him last year, you know he was deadly in the red zone. When he's inside the 20-yard line, again, perfect passing accuracy. Lastly, no look Deadeye. I'm really excited about this one. He's going to have perfect accuracy. The only quarterback in the game at launch to have perfect accuracy on crossbody throws. Exclusive to him is the no-look signature Mahomes animation.
That's his signature look. That's exactly what he does every Sunday, and everybody gets upset about it. And this is the thing, though. I know Mahomes, I get it. He plays like a star. But come on, this is kind of a lot. Is he unbeatable? Is there? If I'm on the other side of the ball, like, what can I do to stop him?
Man, you must play Madden, because that's a question our players are going to want to know.
It's frustrating.
Yeah, it's a chess match. So just like in the NFL, the way to shut down a high-powered passing game is pass rush. The defense is going to have knockout conditions when these guys are in the zone. You're going to see here Mahomes with his X-Factor icon lit up. He's in the zone. Von Miller's going to sack him. The objective for the Broncos in this game is sack Mahomes, knock him out of the zone. So each team's going to have ways to counter each other.
So again, it's authentic football conditions. It's a chess match. It's all that stuff.
Exactly. And if you pull that objective off, you knock him out of the zone, then he has to go through his objectives again to get back into the zone.
All right, well, that's a little bit reassuring. I'm glad that there's some checks and balances that go along with all that stuff. But we all know, and I know you're an offensive guy, but defense wins championships. We've seen what the offense can do. Let's talk about the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
You know who I want to see? One of the most incredible athletes in the NFL, regardless of position, Aaron Donald. What's he all about?
Yeah, man, Aaron
You
Donald.
can pop Aaron Donald.
Scary. Yeah, give it up, Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald is scary. So I played offensive line when I played, and I knew I couldn't block him. That's why I'm sitting in this chair. So he's reflected pretty well. He's got his own ability called Fearmonger.
Okay.
What makes him special is when he gets in the zone, he can actually apply pressure penalties to the quarterback even when he's engaged in a block. Typically, those penalties only occur when you're free rush, unblocked to the quarterback. He does it while he's blocked. We're going to take a look at some of these. He also has superstar abilities. You're going to see these in the video. There was the pressure penalty applied to the quarterback.
Right.
In addition to that, he has pass rush elite. That's a superstar ability that gives him quicker, faster pass rush shed moves as a pass rusher. And then under pressure, makes those penalties he's applying to the throw power and throw accuracy of the quarterback more punitive. So he's quite a disruptive pass rusher.
Because that's one of the things, too. It's not necessarily, especially with somebody who's playing defensive tackle, it's not somebody who's always going out there and getting sacks. It's guys who are going out there and also getting pressure up the middle, pushing offensive linemen into the face of the quarterback.
Yeah, it lends itself to more strategy in the game. You got to know who you're playing against. You got to know who you're playing with. Like I said, it's a chess match out there. And then one important note here with all the passing abilities, you said Mahomes seemed really powerful. Putting pressure on the quarterback is going to be the direct counter to a lot of those abilities.
And that takes them off their game, and that takes them off of X Factor and everything like that.
Absolutely.
So it's good to have those guys. One of the cool things, too, that I've noticed when you're watching all the play and all that stuff going on is that you've worked really hard to bring these guys' unique abilities to life and put their personalities out there. And that includes some custom animations. So what are some of the examples of these custom animations we're checking out?
These are super cool. We didn't want our superstars to just feel great. We want them to look great, too. The first place is quarterback, cover athlete Patrick Mahomes. We went out and captured these guys' signature passing animations. We have coverage for about 6 to 7 of the most popular quarterbacks in the game. We're going to continue to add to these throughout the year. Aaron Rodgers' quick release. Drew Brees, you know, he's always fidgeting if you're a Saints fan. And it extends beyond quarterbacks. Everyone knows Zeke Elliott's feed me, getting the team in the zone. These animations, you know, celebrations, throw styles, it's to connect with your favorite players, connect with your superstars on the field.
Well, you saw it. Like, right when we saw the thing with Ezekiel Elliott, somebody who's a Cowboys fan or just likes watching him play, that they can identify with. They start cheering and they like seeing that kind of stuff. I don't like seeing Aaron Rodgers leave his feet and throw the ball 90 yards down the field, but whatever. We don't have to get into that, Khalil Mack.
That's all right.
But you know what? We've talked a lot about the new features. What about player mechanics? Because as a player, what are like some of the tools in my toolbox, so to speak?
Nailed it with the toolbox.
Right, it is. It's kind of what it is.
Yeah, we're always looking at ways to add new mechanics to the game, give our players more control. There's 2 that we want to go over today, and they're both for the quarterback. The first is the new scramble mechanic or pull down mechanic. What this does is give you the ability on a passing play to pull down the passing icons with a button press, become a ball carrier, full access to all the spin moves, jukes, ball carrier moves, and then you can bring back your icons, again, with the same button press and throw it at any time. Makes any quarterback a dual threat, brings some skill. Here with Ben Roethlisberger, we're looking at the new pump fake mechanic. You can now pump fake to a specific receiver on the field by double tapping the button. You're going to see the reticle come up to get guys to bite on it. It could dual purpose mechanic. You can also use it to pull down if you feel like you've made a poor decision and you want to cancel the throw. Just quickly double tap it. You'll pull it back down.
So you can, kind of pump fake it to an outside guy and then check it down to a tight end or something like that?
Absolutely. You can even use it on double moves. If you want Juju to run a slant and go,
okay,
pump fake it on the slant, take him deep.
Oh, that's amazing. And it just keeps getting better. And you know this. You played in the NFL not too long ago, but the game has changed so much in the number of years since you've been gone. We've seen a lot of college coaches come in, and they've brought in their offenses, and most recently Cliff Kingsbury down there in Arizona, bringing in his high-powered offense. Kyler Murray, not a prototypical quarterback. He's shorter, but they're going to do a lot of that run-pass option. Are you bringing that into the game?
Yes. Super excited to announce that we are delivering RPOs, as they're known. I mean, you can't watch an NFL broadcast without hearing that acronym, RPO.
All they talk about.
13, 14 times, right? So this is a concept taking the entire football world by storm. We actually have 3 different types of RPOs in our game. We have alerts, peaks, and reads. I'm going to break those down really quick for our players. The first is an alert. That's a very basic pre-snap read. You're calling a running play, and you're going to look at what the defense is aligned in. If you think you can run the play, you just call the play, you hit nothing, you'll hand it off, and away you go. However, what's cool about those plays is you can branch out of that handoff at any time just by hitting the receiver icon and throw it if he's open. So that's a really cool way to be creative on offense. And then there's 2 other types. The peak, more similar to a read option. You're reading a single defender on defense, looking at his behavior after the snap. If he bites on run, you can pull it out, throw to your receiver, and if he sits back on pass, you just hold the button down, hand it off to the running back, gain yards on the ground. Lastly, the read. This is more like the traditional triple option play. You're going to read 2 to 3 defenders after the snap, look at their behavior, then decide if you want to hand it off to your running back, keep it with your quarterback, or throw it to the receiver. We actually have over 200 RPO plays in our playbooks this year.
220. That's a lot. That is very impressive. And it sounds like you've built in a lot more flexibility. Are there any other formations or plays coming to the game?
Oh, yeah. You're going to see, if there's any Eagles fans in here, you're going to see something cool here in a minute. We got new animation technology as part of our RPO story. So we were able to put in a lot of these cool concepts you're seeing in the NFL right now. Philly Special is in the game.
Look away,
we're gonna
Patriots
see that
fans.
On the gameplay right here. There it is right there. We also have a lot of jet sweep touch pass concepts. You're seeing the Chiefs and the Rams, teams like that, using end arounds. You're going to see a lot of fresh, unique content in the playbooks. And the cool thing is, we're going to be updating the playbooks all season long to make sure that we're staying up to date with the NFL.
This is all amazing. Thank you so much, Clint. I cannot wait for this game. And we've dropped a lot of awesome info here about Madden 20 here at EA Play. I just want to say once again, I'm Adam Rank. If you want even more Madden 20 news, you can tune in to the Madden channel right after this. But before we finish up, though, I've got one last treat for you. Player ratings. They're one of the trickiest things to get right in Madden. Well, in addition to being a game designer, Clint uses his background as a former NFL player to help make sure that those ratings are accurate. And our friends over at ESPN have helped to put together a little video to get us the scoop on the best job in the world, the Madden Ratings Adjuster. Let's roll it.
This is good.
Sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver. As the Broncos get set to do battle.
A 90 overall?
Yeah, y'all got my jumping weak, bro. I seen that.
My Madden rating is horrible. It is trash.
We're trying to make our game match what these players are doing in real life.
I would like Saquon Barkley's jump to be accurately rated.
It should be like 93, 94. And if they think that we have it wrong, they're going to let us know about it.
I hope I can get to the 90s range next year.
My catch rating got to go up a little bit. I can't be dropping picks on Madden. I need my speed up. Just turn the notch up a little bit for you, boy.
Mine sucks. Who does my Madden ratings?
Hey, Clint, raise your hand, Clint. Yeah, I'm coming to you.
I'm Clint Oldenburg, and I'm a Madden Ratings Performance Adjuster.
Between those new X Factor abilities, face of the franchise, and the RPO, and all that gameplay, Madden fans have a lot to be excited about. And now, I can't wait for our final show of the day. It's more epic than Star Wars, more extreme than Battlefield, and more competitive than Madden, FIFA, Apex Legends combined. That's right, I'm talking about The Sims. But before we talk Simlish, the Apex Legends Watson reveal earlier has inspired me to come up with some legend ideas of my own. So I'm now joined by Apex Legend game designer Griffin Dean has agreed to hear my feedback. Griffin, to you, what makes a great legend?
So in a lot of ways, it has to do with the way that they interact in the ecosystem of characters and a lot of sort of creating interesting interactions and choices for players. So a lot of it has to do with sort of the way that the legends work together as a unit rather than them individually.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't really base my picks or my descriptions on that, but I can work on the fly.
All right.
Let me first off tell you about the Grabbler.
The Grabbler?
Right, the Grabbler. He likes to take things. He takes things.
Okay.
So he could be taking people's ammunition.
Okay.
He could take that, you put your pings up, he could take away pings.
Okay.
Is he a kidnapper, you might ask? He's not above it. He doesn't define himself as a kidnapper, but he's not above it.
So I like the name. It seems like you could do a thing where like teammates' items just appear in his inventory as his passive, and he's like, I don't know where these came from. Like it just kind of it writes itself. I mean,
it does right there, right? I was thinking about with this taller Gibraltar.
Taller Gibraltar. Okay.
Gibraltar.
But
2 inches tall.
2 inches tall.
It's enough that you notice, but not enough where you're like freaked out.
I don't know if the level can support that hitbox.
I thought you called yourself a video game developer. All right.
You're
Respawn.
This is.
What about Portillo?
Portillo. What is?
He's my wiener dog. A lot of people have a problem with me on the internet. No one ever has a problem with Portillo.
Okay. Thematically, I could see that working.
And then what about Dwayne The Rock Johnson? Huh? I mean, no explanation needed.
Yeah. No. You just. I feel like there'd be a lot of wrestling involved.
Well, I mean, he's very versatile.
That's true.
Now.
That's true.
I don't think you understand The Rock anymore. Go over there.
Okay.
Get to work on these ideas. All right. Vince said I had just a blank check. All right.
All right.
Go do your thing.
Will do.
Hey, if it isn't Golden Boy himself, how you doing? You killing it? I haven't gotten to see you today.
I know a little bit about Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah, I know. Titan Games, NBC, whatever.
Just
You're
saying.
Big time now. You're a big deal.
Just throwing it out there. All those ideas, by the way, were freaking awful. Just want to throw it out there. Except for Portillo. Portillo's a winner.
Portillo's the only thing that gets me over.
No, everything else is you're getting buried, but Portillo always over.
Alex, what was it like talking to Trevor Noah?
Hey, Trevor Noah is awesome. Did not expect him to be as hardcore of a FIFA fan as he was. I said on Twitter, he schooled me like straight up. I respect that. You know? I like going toe to toe with a fellow wordsmith on the stage. You know.
All right, fine. Ladies and gentlemen, what did you think of Trevor Noah? Let us know in the chat. I'm sure someone's looking at it. But right now, we are not done yet. Everybody get excited because we're finishing EA Play strong with an in-depth look at what's new for The Sims 4, including the world-exclusive reveal of a brand new pack. Stay tuned.
guys are great. Welcome, Simmers, to EA Play. I'm very excited to talk about everyone's favorite game series, The Sims.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Julia Hardy, and today we're giving you a guided tour of what's new with The Sims 4, plus a couple of fun surprises, so stay tuned. Now, to help me translate all of this Simlish, everybody join me in welcoming General Manager Lindsay Pearson and Senior Producer Michael Duke.
Hi.
Thanks so much for coming out, guys. So I'm super excited. I know you guys are super excited.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been with The Sims a long time, and this is one of my favorite things to do, is come out and see all of you and tell you exciting things.
Absolutely. And I mean, it's going to be a big year for us. It's actually, we're celebrating 20 years of making The Sims this year.
Yeah.
And Lindsay and I keep debating it, but I think this is going to be the best year yet.
I think it might be.
Well, I mean, really what we want to know is, what have you got for us? Come on, tell us everything.
Of course. Well, it is EA Play. We couldn't come empty-handed. So we'll start with our big one first. I'll let you take that.
Absolutely. So we have the next expansion pack for The Sims 4, Sims 4 Island Living.
Let's check out that trailer. Yeah. I was just waiting for that one. Oh, that was so cool. And look, we're in our own little island paradise. Can I just say, I didn't know what the reveals were going to be, and I accidentally just wore this. Super weird. And obviously, you know, talking about fashion, there's a lot of island fashion there. One of the biggest things people absolutely love. What can we be? What can we be dressing up as? What can we look like?
Absolutely. You know, to capture that island spirit, we needed to have a lot of new outfits and capture those colors.
Is my outfit going to be in there? You're going to put it in the game,
Not
right?
exactly that, but
What?
certainly those bright colors like you're showing off there. But, you know, we really wanted to add a lot of island wear, and that stuff you can stay cool in when it's so hot.
It's true.
Yeah. And we had to bring in a lot of new fun colors and patterns, but also hairs, accessories, everything to deck out head to toe to just chill and relax on this beautiful island.
I mean, look, that's some amazing fashion right there. But what if, you know, I'm getting a little bit hot. I'm not someone who likes to dwell on a beach too much. Yeah, what if I want to go in the water? What's going to be happening there?
So we're very excited. So for the first time in The Sims 4, our Sims are going to be able to walk right into the open water. And we're opening up
Yes.
open water gameplay.
Just been teasing the water
Yeah.
at this point. It's there.
I mean, like you saw in the trailer, she walks right in. Our Sims are going to be able to do that, and you can snorkel in the water. There's swimming, floating, and there's also those pretty awesome aqua zips if you're in a hurry to get where you're going.
So what inspired you guys to introduce this kind of ocean gameplay this time?
Yeah, well, we've taken The Sims to a lot of different worlds and a lot of different places, but we hadn't yet really played with the idea of where the land and the water meet and really bring you into an ocean environment, which seems like a great addition.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know, when I think of tropical islands, I'm thinking of, you know, like palm trees, ocean waves, relaxing on the beach. So, like, tell me more about this world. What can I actually do in it?
Yeah, so the island of Sulani will have all of those things and more. It really is the perfect place to unplug and enjoy this natural feel. So you can explore all these little alcoves. You can live closer to the coast, or you can live higher up towards the hills. Or
what's wrong?
Yeah.
So, no, wait, there's an active volcano here.
Absolutely.
Sorry,
Yeah.
you were selling me the dream of living on an island.
Well,
now I'm not sure I really want to go there.
It is a real island.
Most islands are formed by volcanoes.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
so
don't
you
get
know.
nitpicky.
Yeah, so we had to put this active volcano in there. Now, you don't have to live next to it, but
Right.
the riskier Sims may choose to live nearby.
Oh, yeah, and then,
sometimes
Kel
it gets
Surprise,
angry.
something
You got to watch out
terrible
for those
happens.
lava bombs.
Don't do it.
Like, The Sims. I don't know how that was going to
I mean,
go,
what do
but
you
probably
expect's
not
going to
well.
happen when you touch something really, really hot?
Probably burns.
Beautiful locale, slightly dangerous.
I mean, what other surprises are in store on this island? I mean, I, for one, want to know if I can befriend any kind of cute animals there. What kind of animals can we befriend?
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be The Sims if we didn't let you make friends with some of the animals.
Exactly.
So in this case, the one we're really excited about is the dolphin.
Yes.
So our art team and animators just blew away the expectation on this.
Any
The Dolphins
research
so much
trips
fun.
like the Battlefield team, just going off to somewhere hot? Like,
No,
oh,
we're going to talk to them about how they got to do that.
Yeah, clearly we missed the angle on that one.
But they're so cute, and you get to make like a really nice friend with them, and maybe they'll do tricks for you or squirt water in your face. You know?
Absolutely. Well, and then we added a bunch of tropical fish to the water too.
Yes.
So we really wanted to get those coral reefs around the island to feel lush and full, and so that meant more fish.
Lovely. I mean, I don't know. We don't have fish like that in the UK. I mean, we might do, but the water's so murky. I've never seen them. So
I'm sure they're down there.
I mean,
They're
they must
probably
be. What do you put with the chips?
Right. I'm sure they're beautiful
So at least
rainbow
they
fish.
taste delicious. You have that going for it.
I mean, I think the island looks so relaxing. But obviously, it's not really about vacation. It's also, you know, it's about kind of working there as well. But like, what's kind of like the feel and the vibe of the island going to be like?
You know, I think it's one of those things we talk a lot about in the team is capturing what it would be like to really live on that island. It's not just a place you vacation, but we wanted this to be a place that's home for your Sims.
Or, you know, tricks to be played on you.
Well, that happens too.
Well, and so there's lots to do on the beach. You saw sun tanning, sun burning, building castles. The whole family can go out and play together, find seashells, or the mischievous Sims, you know, knock things down.
Well, and aqua zips. I want to say it again. No, but they're so good.
What are they called again?
Aqua zips.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot to look at, so you've got to take time to really explore it all.
Okay, so obviously we've established that Sulani is like a great place for Sims to kind of kick back and, you know, but what if my Sims, you know, they don't want to I can't personally lie on a beach for longer than about 30 minutes and get really bored. What if they want to get their hands dirty?
Well, I'm very excited about a new thing that we're introducing. If your Sims want a new career to take care of this island, you can actually become a conservationist. And your job is going to be to keep this ecosystem looking beautiful.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it was certainly one of the big goals was a way for your Sims to kind of care for their world and make it a better place.
Yeah, and obviously, you know, very relevant with everything that's going on today in the world and how everyone's kind of a lot more kind of aware. So was that kind of what inspired you guys to bring that in?
You know, I think there's a few things that really hit us. I mean, the first was just, it's something we all care about. A lot of us on the dev team worry about the environment and what's going on, but we talked about the idea that this island's this closed ecosystem, and so your actions and choices are going to have a lot more impact. And so something new we've added here, and we're really excited about, is the island actually changes over time. So if you're taking care of it,
oh, right, okay.
It'll actually become more lush. You'll see more greenery, brighter, beautiful flowers, and there's Lindsay's favorite part.
More butterflies.
That's all she really cares about.
But it also, today happens to be World Oceans Day, which is amazing. That's exactly what we were talking about.
Totally
how do we
planned
take
for that.
care of these ecosystems?
So obviously, Sulani's really, really beautiful. You know, you can kind of go out there, but like, sometimes you want to make a little bit of cash. I mean, you know, like barbecue meat, I presume, is expensive. I don't know, but so how can we make some extra simoleons while we're there?
Like we said, we wanted to make this place you live, which means you've got to have a way to earn some simoleons.
Yeah,
and so
the gap year has to end sometime.
Eventually.
You have to go home and earn some money as much as we
So we added a couple like odd jobs and things that you could kind of work on the hours you wanted to, right? And so we've added the ability to make fishing more of a career, and then also the lifeguard, so you can get your tan while you're working.
If you want to spend more time in the water, you can be a dive instructor. There's a lot of different ways to just pick up a job when you want and earn a little bit of money.
Yeah.
So I suppose one of the important things as well is, as it's not a vacation, as you are actually kind of living on this island, obviously, you know, you have to kind of be aware and know what's kind of part of local culture, because you're not just there on holiday and you go in and go out, you're living there. So what kind of, you know, the side of the culture of the island can we actually see within?
Right, yeah, this is a place that you live, and the locals are super friendly, actually, and are going to come and help you out with all sorts of different things as you explore the island.
Oh, yeah, you were talking about this the other day, like, actually, like, all the neighbors are really, really helpful and help you.
You know, like if a fire happens to break out, your neighbor might bust in and help you put out that fire.
That's lovely. That's what
they're so nice.
should do.
So, but they also have their own traditions, their own sort of activities that you might be able to join in. So you might stumble across a barbecue that they've started in town, or a little festival to sort of celebrate things going on. And you might even stumble into a kava party.
Sorry, what, a kava party? What's a kava party?
So a kava is a special island drink that your sim can learn how to make and share with their friends on the island. It's one of the many delicacies you'll learn kind of exploring life in Sulani.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things we talked about was we wanted to have this island have a little history to it, just some sense of feeling of some people have lived here a long time, and there are traditions that are unique to this place, the world of Sulani.
So how can we kind of learn more about the island's history, like when we're there? How do we do that? Aside from, you know, drinking kava.
Well, I mean, that might be one experience you should try. But on top of that, something else the team was really excited about adding is there are these elementals around the island that are kind of these spirits, these ancients who care a lot about Sulani. And you know, they want to see their world taken care of. And when you do good things, they might be really happy and pleased. And if you're bad to the island, I don't think they
may not
will
approve.
appreciate it. Yeah. You know,
it's
so
like
just
sting in the tail.
yeah. Well, and we added some new traits with this pack that we wanted to really let, if your Sims are super in touch with the land or that's important to you, you know, they can really get in touch with the water or the land and unlock some new behaviors.
Yeah. Okay. So from like what we've kind of seen in all the videos, it feels really inspired by like Polynesian culture. So how did you kind of go about kind of educating yourself to like bring that into the game?
Well, every time we make a world, we want to learn a lot about the influences that could go into that place, because it's not a particular real place, but it's inspired by real places. So short of flying there and researching it ourselves, we reached out.
Work that into it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, EA is a big global company, so we were able to reach out to a lot of our friends and coworkers across the company and say, hey, we're looking at exploring a place inspired by this culture.
Yeah.
And could you share with us some patterns or iconography or symbols or even items that mean something to this culture, so we can try and create them in a way that feels rich and feels authentic.
Well, questions just like, what was iconic to you? Or what do you remember when you think back to living in that place?
Right, and some of our specific like decor items came exactly from those recommendations, which is really cool. It's these nice touches that I hope make it feel familiar while still feeling like a new Sims world.
Yeah.
So not to make light of all that, because I think that's fantastic, but I really feel like I've been quite patient up until this point, and you haven't really mentioned it yet. Mermaids! What on earth's going on? Come on, let's cut to the chase. Mermaids! Mermaids tell us everything.
There are mermaids.
Yes, so mermaids are in the pack. And I know lots of players are going to be wondering, it is a very fully featured call. You can take them into cast, you can create and style your mermaid, lots of different tails. It's a lot of fun. But also, you know, the mermaids, they can do a little bit more. Obviously, they're very in touch with the ocean life. So, you know, I'd recommend your mermaid meet a dolphin. That might work out for you. But lastly, the mermaids have some pretty cool powers that you might want to discover.
Powers? Can we call them that?
Yeah, we could say mer powers.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell us what they are?
There's still a bit of mystery to the
Just
mermaids.
like, don't
but
ask me that.
They are definitely worth exploring, so I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on them.
So, of course, I would just love to keep talking about mermaids, but no conversation about The Sims would be complete without a chat about, obviously, interior design. So kind of what's new for the architects out there. New homes, new furniture. We saw some, I'm pretty sure we saw some houses on stilts as well over the water, right?
Yeah, so I think, you know, first and foremost, lounge chairs. We're going to go to island. We're going to live the beach life.
I don't want to sit upright if I'm relaxing. I'm sorry.
No awkward sitting on the snake.
We had to bring the lounge chairs in, but then also a lot of that decor to really capture that Polynesian feel, right? And so we wanted to make sure there was that clutter that felt authentic and let it feel like this was home.
Yeah, and you can go for this more sort of local style cabana on the beach, or you can go for something a little more high end and modern. We really wanted you to feel like you could create the getaway of your dreams.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm so 100% sold on the houses over the water. I'm much more of a kind of modern sort of house.
Yeah, for sure. And you might have noticed too, she was able to jump right off of that deck out into the water, which is
the
great.
Best.
Like your perfect little escape.
Oh, yes. It's all good. I'm feeling the diving into the water vibe.
I know.
Right now, let me tell you.
It's toasty.
I can't wait to check out, obviously, the new Island Living expansion pack. And now that I've got a feeling out that some of you, you know, that you've got some more exciting additional information as well for us. So it's not just that. Have you got a bit more news to share?
We do have some more news. In fact, we're going to kick to somebody else for this announcement.
Okay.
So here's Joey Graceffa.
Ooh.
Hello there, everyone. I'm Joey Graceffa, and if you didn't know, I absolutely love The Sims, and I'm so excited to announce this upcoming partnership with one of my favorite games. So this summer, The Sims is actually partnering with the amazing It Gets Better project. As part of this partnership with It Gets Better, Sims is going to be releasing Pride items in all The Sims products in the next few months. There's going to be a variety of It Gets Better and Pride clothing in Sims Free Play, the Sims mobile app, and Sims 4. There's even a gender-neutral bathroom in Sims 4, along with a bunch of other items to show off your pride. Thanks so much for letting me share this news with everyone. Now go out and enjoy your EA Play.
That's so cool to see. That's really, really cool to see. And thanks so much to Joey for showing for that. I mean, what a great partnership as well to be announcing, of course, because it's you know, it's Pride Month, it's Pride Week here in Los Angeles. How are you guys going about kind of supporting that great cause?
Well, The Sims has always been a game about being inclusive and the self-expression of creating yourself and people you know and telling your own story. So this is a wonderful opportunity to bring new content in the game to celebrate that.
Definitely. And I think also, people don't realize how important it is sometimes, you know, when you're kind of growing up and you're figuring out who you are, you're discovering what kind of person you are and discovering, you know, about your sexuality, and being able to kind of sort of role play within games is a really, really safe place to do that. So, you know, you guys have been doing it pretty much from the start, way before everyone else. So it's really great. I mean, isn't that great to see? It's so, so great. Yeah.
Well, it's something we're very proud of, and having been with the game a long time, it's something that keeps making me excited about being able to do more.
Yeah, I love when we get to do stuff like that. You know, it makes what we do feel so much more powerful and meaningful. And, you know, I always beam getting to tell people that I work on this game and that we do such amazing stuff, you know. And also, when we get to hear from our community about the experiences they've had or how the game helped them get through a tough time in their life or realize something about themselves, it's just, that stuff really keeps us going as developers.
People forget how powerful gaming is and how much it can really kind of affect and change you as a person and show you stuff. It's amazing. So when can we get our hands on it?
So Joey mentioned briefly, but starting June 18th, the Pride content will come to The Sims 4, and then it will start rolling out over The Sims Mobile and The Sims Free Play a little bit later.
That's right.
So keep an eye out for that.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's great, but I mean, I think you've actually got, this is such a ridiculous, and it's back-to-back, right? What else? You've got something else that you want to announce in the summer. What's going on?
We actually had, I think, 2 more things we wanted to talk about.
Two more things.
I'm gonna let Lindsay talk about this now.
All right, so first of all, earlier this year, we announced our partnership with Moschino by releasing a real-world capsule collection of looks inspired by The Sims. I see some of them, and I'm very excited. And we had a hoodie that was actually put into all of our Sims games. So later this summer, we're going to be bringing that fashion and more to the Sims 4 Moschino Stuff Pack.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So not only are we going to be looking pretty special, but what if we want to kind of go and strut our stuff somewhere else and like really show off the outfits that we've got?
Well, so I think one of the things that I'm most excited about in this stuff pack is for the first time, we're actually going to add a career as part of a stuff pack.
Okay.
And so we've decided the perfect career for this pack is a part-time job as a freelance fashion photographer, so you can capture all those amazing looks your Sims can now rock.
That's so me.
Yes.
Yes.
It's going to be fun.
That's
looks
gonna be
really
amazing.
good. I'm excited.
Wow, well, we've covered so much so far. A new expansion, a new partnership, a new stuff pack, but we're not done yet, folks.
Oh, no.
No, we're not.
Michael and Lindsay brought one more big surprise for all of you guys.
Well,
so take it away.
Yes, I know you're all hoping, so we thought maybe we could tell you which game pack we had in mind.
Ooh, I don't know. I think maybe we could conjure up something.
All right, Mike, I'll let you spell it out for them.
The next game pack for The Sims 4 is Realm of Magic.
That's amazing. I mean, when are we going to be getting more info on this? I mean, aside from the fact that you just told us just now, and like you only just told us, when are we getting more info on this?
Yes, so we will tell you more about the game pack later this year, so you'll have to wait a little more.
But it is coming this fall.
It is coming this fall.
Yes. Wow. I can't wait. These guys clearly can't wait. So,
We've
Lindsay
had
and
a
Mike.
couple community members asking for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah?
It's,
We're
it's
very
a popular
excited. Who
request.
doesn't love a little bit of magic?
Yes, it's true.
So big thank you to Lindsay and Michael, and thank you so much for showing us what's next in The Sims 4. So let's just quickly recap this, because there's a few things to get through and it's hot and you might have forgotten. So the Island Living reveal trailer is live now. The expansion is playable here at EA Play, and you can play it at home soon. The It Gets Better Pride content starts rolling out, and in a few weeks, and the Moschino stuff pack comes out later this summer. So don't forget to check out all The Sims social channels for even more info and launch dates. So that's it for The Sims. It's been an exciting day here with so much news. I can't wait to join the Fan Fest and get my hands on the Island Living expansion pack. So from all of us here, goodbye. We'll see you later.
Thank you all for watching EA Play 2019. We hope you enjoyed all these exciting reveals. Skate 4, I'm sorry, we just ran out of time. I'm Greg Miller, and I'd say I had a lot of fun hosting this show, but that, of course, would have been a lie. This has been the worst. I've been yards from all these great games, haven't been able to go play any of them. Now's my time. If you're in Los Angeles, come out and see everything we've got for you in person. If you're not in Los Angeles, or you're just lazy, like me, don't worry, because these games will be in your hand before you know it. This has been EA Play 2019. I'm done? I can go play now? All right, great. Let's get going. Where's my Sherpa? Where's Snowbike Mike? Snowbike Mike, come on. What are we going to see? What do we got to see? What do we got to see? Yeah? Okay. All right.
Hello, everyone. We're not on the wide mic yet, but I'm Mike Mahardy.
There we go.
We're here. The first official day, for us at least, of E3 2019. It's that time of year. Like I said, I'm Mike Mahardy. I'm here with Lucy James.
Hello.
Michael Hyam.
Hi.
And Callie Plagge.
Hello.
We will be here for the next few days doing pre and post shows for the vast majority of the press conferences. Tomorrow will be Microsoft Bethesda. Obviously, Sony is not here this year, but Ubisoft and Square will be wrapping stuff up Monday. And then we'll be getting to all the appointments and demos and our stage show. We'll be here for the next 6 days. You're stuck with us. Deal with it.
Sorry.
But we just saw EA Play, which is kind of a new format for them. They went half hour with 6 of their big games. Kind of one game that was maybe a few months ago we wouldn't expect to be missing. We'll get to that. But let's just jump right into it. First off, we finally saw gameplay of Jedi Fallen Order. Vince Zampella went on stage to show it off. Third-person action game. Michael, what's your take on it so far?
Oh, it's Star Wars Dark Souls. That's right. I said it. I got it out of the way. It's Dark Souls. Psych.
It's more like
kind of.
Sekiro. There's
Sure.
more movement.
Our producer Max is like growling in my ear.
I know. Man, but what surprised me was that because I was thinking of Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast, Jedi Academy, like those games from back
Force
in the day.
Unleashed.
Force Unleashed, maybe.
I like
I was like, oh, they might channel some of that energy, and they are. But I think that for Respawn to kind of build this game that's a lot more, it's a little bit slower and more deliberate than those past games, and they're going with that heavy style of combat that's a little bit more. They keep saying thoughtful, and I get it. I get it too. I really want to play a Star Wars game in that vein. So I'm surprised by the direction they're going with the combat, and there's like some Uncharted exploration elements. Also, I think I haven't been able to read the Game Informer cover story, but they also talk about like Metroidvania elements when it comes to the exploration.
Yeah, apparently they were saying there aren't going to be many waypoints. They're going to try to, despite it's not obviously not open world, but they do want you to do exploring on your own. Insofar as like maybe it is that Metroidvania aspect, but right here you see him, which is pretty cool. Force pull the vine and then swing on it. Obviously, the force attacks and defensive maneuvers are a big part.
It's some respawn wall running.
Force slow. So actually, I want to get to that about the respawn thing, because if I say I just came to this, didn't know who was making it, and I saw this in a vacuum, I don't know that I would just immediately say, "Oh, respawn."
Yeah,
which is kind of cool. Like I like that this is like even like Apex Legends was a new direction for them in a sense, but that clearly had Titanfall DNA. This just seems like a brand new thing they're doing.
Yeah, you get like bits and pieces like with the wall running, but yeah, you don't really put your finger on it right away. I want to go back really quickly to the force in relation to exploration, because there's a lot of that in this reveal, like pushing things down with the force, or pull, like force push and pull. The slow, which you briefly mentioned, which
that's
is like a
new, right?
A new thing.
Very Dead Space.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I also really like the droid.
Yeah,
BD1.
BD1.
Buddy
droid.
I
think one thing I saw from the Game Informer reveal is that like originally this game wasn't going to be Star Wars. It was something they were already working on, and then the Star Wars deal came about and they could slap it on.
That's weird, because I wonder like what aspect. This seems like a very Star Wars-y Star Wars game. Like it feels weird that could be something else, but that's really interesting.
Might be mistaken, but I think I saw it in the Game Informer.
Gotcha. So yeah, they start on Kashyyyk. What they showed us, they said this was like 3 hours-ish into the game. Yep. This is, for those who don't know, the story will take place between Revenge of the Sith and New Hope chronologically. You are a character, Cal Kestis, or Cestus. Cal Kestis, thank you.
With a K.
And he is one of the remaining Jedi after Order 66, kind of killed most of them. You're in hiding. I don't know, like we talked about the combat. Like the first thing that like we noticed, a few of us in the office were like, oh, it's got like a stamina bar, la how you break people in Sekiro.
It's more like a poise posture, I guess.
Yeah.
Rather than maybe not stamina, but it's kind of interesting the way that they, I don't know what I was expecting more. I think in my head I was like, oh, maybe it's gonna be more like